jeez. Oh man, what's up?
And say, welcome to
Sorry.
another episode of Spoiler Kings, guys. It's Brandon Grizzly here with Tate Kramer. How's it going, Tate?
Oh man, I just got my son is a professional flipper now, so now he keeps wanting to sleep on his belly.
Yep.
So my girlfriend just told me, he's like, oh, he did it again. I was like face down into in his bed, and I was like, oh man,
I told you it was coming. I literally said this is coming. Just wait till he starts flipping over.
Like
Enjoy the
6
second
months,
settle down.
almost 6 months to the day, man. In a couple hours.
I can't believe it. Wow, tomorrow's 6 months. In 3 hours, it's my wife's birthday. So my wife turns 35 tomorrow. So
nice.
Yeah, I was like,
any plans?
Yeah, nothing. No, because we got Snowmageddon coming.
Oh, that's right. Oh man. Yeah, like 8 inches of snow tomorrow. Jeez.
Only in Chicago.
Yeah, and then Wednesday it's gonna be like 60. I think it's gonna be like 57.
It was 60 yesterday.
Yeah, it was super nice yesterday. Like, the past couple of days have been super nice. Then it's like, and now 8 inches.
Exactly.
Like, what the heck?
Only here. This is what we do.
Yep. Oh man. But what's up, man? It has been one of those weeks, man, for me. I am so glad it's coming to the end of the week for me.
Tell you, like, this is Lent season, so for as a restaurant owner, it's tough. It is definitely tough. And then I have to take tomorrow mostly off. Oh boy, it's gonna be something.
Yeah. And then we got Cineview in here, right? So you pronounce that?
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, the classic commercial. And the best part, copyright free. Yeah, because it's so dang old. It is copyright free. Love it.
I used to love going to the drive-in and seeing that going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm so upset that they got rid of the drive-in out here by me.
We probably went to the same one.
Probably because the only other one is way up north. Yeah, I was so mad it wasn't considered.
I used to go all the time. Like me and the girls will open the trunk and we'll just enjoy. Enjoy being out there and eating sandwiches, and they had cool popcorn, and they had the hot dog place next door, so you couldn't bring that in. So
okay, then it is the same place then. Yep. Oh man, I forgot what it was called now. It's been a few years. Yeah, that was the best part. They would play that in the drive-in, like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
2 minutes, 1 minute. Like you could every countdown something. As a movie viewer, I'd be honored to be invited in by webcam for interview commentary on movies. Maybe a newer channel, but it's still good to guest star. Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll check you out and try. We're pretty not as on Twitter like as I like to be, because I have a job, so it's crazy how some of these people are just like on Twitter nonstop. But yeah, join our Twitter and maybe the Facebook group if Facebook is your thing. I think all of us are more on the Facebook side than on the Twitter side.
That's kind of what it is. We're old.
Yeah. So, but Twitter is pretty good. We got a nice community over on Twitter that we all kind of like joke and stuff like that. So
yeah, we'll check you out and we'll talk. We have a pretty good community. We got a good family, is what I like to say. We have a pretty good family that we got together right now that we we talk to every day. I probably talk to Zach more than I talk to everybody.
Yeah, Zach is a great guy. But
Gmail.
Gmail. I mean, we're always on here too. Posting all the time. Try to be pretty up to date with comments. I try not to let it go too long before responding to a comment. But yeah, man, we'll check out your channel and stuff like that. I mean, we know how it is when you first start. A
year and a half ago when we were doing this stuff, we had five subscribers.
No one watching. It's just us talking to each other. Oh, you got the girls of power, the power of
I was going to bring it up. I told you.
I just saw it in the corner. Did you get it on the Disney Insider?
Disney Insider,
and you got it already?
Yep, I already got it today.
Dang! So I ordered it too, and because it's Wednesdays, and you got it the next day.
I got it. This is like 1 day later. Yeah, it is. Yeah, next day.
Yesterday, it was ordered.
It showed up like 2 hours ago.
Nice.
I got that, and they got King Namor came in already.
Mine too. It came in today. I didn't even expect it. It said it was coming in. The King Namor. I should have brought it down. It is a good Funko, man. It is pretty detailed. It is a pretty good one. I gotta say that much. So yeah, I know he got it. Yeah.
Hold on, let me do this.
There you go. You can kind of see. I mean, show the side of the box where you see the picture of it. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's pretty detailed, man. It's pretty. You can see his freaking 6-pack. It's a pretty good one. I like that one. And then I got it for Erica, for my girlfriend. She wanted that one. I got her the regular Namor, and now she's got the King Namor.
Yeah, I got both of those too.
Yeah. And I didn't expect it to come in because it said it wasn't coming in until like the mid March or something. So I was like, what? I'm like, what did I order? Okay. Yeah. So I was surprised with the Powers of a Girl came in that quick. Because usually Disney Insider takes like a couple weeks.
I ordered something before and took 2 weeks to get in, or 10 days. Yeah. 10 days to come in.
Yeah, I think the poster, Guardians poster, took like 3 weeks. It's just so that's awesome. That is awesome. But hopefully. Speaking of, bringing on people. So Derpy has been one of our fans for a while. I think he's at a basketball game right now. I think he said. But he's going to be joining us later for the Mandalorian review. So I was in his chat. He was like, I think, watching the Cavs game or something like that, and he was telling me no spoilers, but he had like some issues with the show, and I was like, really? Okay. And I didn't watch it yet, so I finally watched it, and I'm like, I got to talk to him. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude?
Because what issues do you have with that? I thought it was pretty good.
My issues at the beginning. Yeah, my only issue is why is it only like 30 minutes? We need to double that, man. Pump those numbers up.
I was going to ask, why did it not release 2 episodes? It was so good. I thought we should have got 2 episodes today.
That would have been nice. Yesterday. That would have been nice.
But I have to say, guys, I went and saw Creed 3 last night. First off, the movie, I went to see Adobe, and the Adobe digital thing didn't work. So like I was sitting there for an hour and a half waiting for it to start. And they were like, guys, we're trying. They gave us new free tickets and free popcorn and free drinks. And they're like, we're so sorry. And then I was getting ready to go. And then all of a sudden it just popped on. It's like, yes.
Is it that part where it says, like in the Dolby, is like, he goes, don't worry. Like the screen is still on or something like that. And it never turns back on. Because it is like legit, like a good, like 90 seconds, maybe up to like 3 minutes. The longest I waited is about 3 minutes, and it's like it's just a black screen, and you're like,
is anyone there?
What's going on? So I have to watch it. I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
The fact that I got to see it before everybody else made me just so excited. I was so happy to see it in the first. And literally, it was so good. It was a quick watch. Honestly, we only got like.
What's up, fellas?
2 hours? 2 hours in. 2-hour movie. And hit good story. Michael B. Jordan directed his ass off. It was very good.
Yeah. The Creed movie.
Hey, I gotta say.
Watch it tomorrow. I think I'm probably go Saturday or Sunday. Hopefully.
That was probably the best villain I've seen ever.
I heard that too. Both of what you said, like that Michael B. Jordan wrote a great movie, directed a great movie, and acted. But what's his name? Jonathan Majors was that could have been like some of his best performance ever. It was so good.
Like, well, I'm talking about, what makes a good villain when they're well rounded, so you understand why they're the way they are, and you understand their point of view. You just disagree with their point of view, but you can't argue with the way they're thinking, their thought process. It's just circumstances kind of led them to who they are right now, and that makes them even more scary, you know. And he was exactly that. And I mean, just such a good villain. I cannot wait to talk about it on Monday. It is going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it. Both of you guys are going to love it.
Yeah, got a fan in there, Brandman.
What's going on?
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it, man. I heard it's really, really good. Because number one was so great. It was so different. It was a fresh take on the whole Rocky thing. You know, Rocky actually being part of it. Number two was good.
It wasn't as good.
Yeah, I feel like it was good, but my expectations were so high after number one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that I was expecting like something mind blowing, like something that I think they couldn't deliver on. Like it just was impossible. It was still good. And then number three, from what I'm hearing, is like everyone saying, like all the early reviews are like, it's so good.
It's so like you're sitting and looking at in the movie theater, you're watching and you're like, wow, I teared up like 3 times. My wife looked at me and she handed me a piece of tissue, and like 30 seconds later, I handed it right back to her, like, you needed to, huh? So, it's really, I'm not crying, you crying.
Yeah.
it was so good. So
awesome.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance this weekend, get out there and go watch that. It was epic.
Yeah, we'll try to get to it this weekend. And Cocaine Bear was fun, man. You see, I posted it on our Twitter and our Facebook. I'm like, it's a bear, it's a crackhead, it's Cocaine Bear.
It's a bear. Crackhead, Cocaine Bear.
It delivered exactly what the title promised.
Yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It was a good goofy movie in between, you know, like right before, like in between good movies. You know,
you can watch. You literally can watch both movies on the same day, and it'll take you like 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like literally, you can see it in in-game time. You can watch 2 movies.
Yeah,
that's how. And Creed 3 goes so fast, and it's the perfect time. It really is the perfect time. Like you walk out, everyone walked out like, yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me see. Here, Derpy, I know you're in chat. Check your Discord.
Centerview says, I love Cocaine Bear. Said Ray Liotta was in it too. May he rest in peace. Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
He was the real villain, not the Cocaine Bear that was ripping people up.
Yeah. No, you are not wrong, man. You are not wrong.
He's the real villain. Oh, man. So, you know, I already made my run. Made my run to the comic book store. And
actually,
the Blue Beetle. I don't know.
Oh, is the next one's out?
Yep, just came out today. Tuesday. Blue Beetle graduation day.
Actually, I actually went yesterday too. I grabbed a couple things. I'll be right back. Hang on 1 second.
Look at you. All right.
Yeah, hang on.
I got this one. This is can't see on the light, but Batman versus Robin.
Okay.
Someone told me you gotta watch. You gotta read this. This is good.
Is it? I haven't heard too much about that one yet.
And then
the Gargoyles. I said that one.
Of course, you know I got Gargoyles because I'm a super nerd, and
I guess the original writer of the cartoon is coming back, and this new run is a direct continuation of the cartoons. And I'm like, ooh, I need to get it. I need to get it.
Third one. This is the third one. The first 2 are really good.
Yeah.
But this is my pride and joy. King Spawn.
Oh, that's freaky, man.
I love that one. That was good. And then of course I got a lot of Spider-Man because I love Spider-Man. As much as Brandman, but you know I still love him.
Yep, Spider-Man is my dude.
Yeah. Has been watched the show called Extraordinary on Hulu. Have you guys watched it?
No, I will definitely be checking it out tonight because I have to put all this stuff up for her birthday. So I'm gonna be watching that and Picard and all that stuff and enjoying just being awake and watching all the crap I want to watch.
But yeah, I got some stuff too. I'm a little I'm not as up to date as you are, but catching up on Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yes, I got that over here.
Yeah.
That's a good run.
I did start Batman versus Robin from the beginning. So
so you got the episode. Well, I got 1, 2 over here.
I got 1. This was the lone copy of this of 2.
Ooh, that's cool variant.
Yeah. It was the only one they had, so I had to swoop it up. But yeah, just kind of playing catch up, man. And yeah, so any recommendations, Brian, that you may have, I am all ears. Trying to catch up in that regard.
I mean, there's a lot of good things running right now, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like World War or the Hulk World Breaker is pretty good.
I saw that one yesterday.
It's okay. I don't know. Yeah. If you like the Spider-Man, you gotta check out the Spider-Man and Miles. So it's like it's a story with Peter. I forget what it's called.
It's both.
Yeah, it's both. It's Miles and Peter together, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I like this.
Kind of
all these murder worlds are really, really good. All the murder worlds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like Wolverine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll look for that Spider-Man and Miles. I think that'll be a good thing to read, especially this year with Spider-Man 2 a couple months down the line for PS5.
Well, see, this one, Spider-Man Unforgiven, is supposed to be one of the last Spider-Man lines we're going to have with this Spider-Man. Like this is starting. This is 1. They're gonna go through there's six comics, and then it's gonna be the end of the run for a while. We're not gonna get another Peter Parker for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if we get Unforgiven, that's gonna be a big one. And then of course, I'm also doing the end of the Spider-Verse. I mean, I'm on 6 right, so this is the end of the run for this one. It's Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
That's another one. Yeah. Maybe might even stick my head in there tomorrow. We'll see.
But all these one bad day for Batmans, all the variants are really, really good. I've enjoyed all the Batmans. And you know how I am with Batman. I don't. You don't know what I don't want to bring it up, but you know how I feel about him. Yeah, but it's really good.
Yeah. Listen, you said I also dream of being a famous actor and filmmaker. That'd be cool. Maybe not an actor, man. That was like something, but filmmaker, I think would be fun if you had a good. I'm watching. I'm actually working on a 2-part screenplay. They are Land Before Time movies, theatrical, no music, numbers by the dinosaurs, both PG-13. Well, Land Before Time is
epic.
It's a tearjerker. We have plenty of violence and romance in those films, and the gang are all now teenagers at the time. Oh, okay. So you're kind of like, okay. So I said voice cast. I hope to get in the voice of Chopper. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like an older ones.
Hey, I didn't realize Tony was in here. What's up, Tony?
Yeah. Oh,
What's going on, Tony?
Man. I'm sorry, guys, man. StreamYard has been really weird with comments lately. Like Tony, Andy, those just popped up right now.
It just came out of nowhere. I saw like Andy. I was like, yeah.
Pull up.
And I gotta agree with Andy. Wu-Tang. Hey, that Hulu series is pretty good. I think we're talking about the last one right now. They're on the last one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, whoever they got to play the ODB, whoever cast the actor who plays the ODB, like, just deserves a pay raise. If he's not making nearly enough as what he should be making.
Like, you found the perfect one. Good job.
Mm-hmm. And the show's great overall, but I think my favorite casting is of the ODB.
But the jizza. Hey Tony, that's what's up. I appreciate you guys coming in. And Brandon, yes, we did get it. Did we get the link? Yes. And I really want to talk about this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I want to talk about this with you, man.
Yeah.
First, we'll do it off screen, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. Because I was like, maybe like in the next couple of weeks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we for sure soon.
Yeah, because I was like, man, we got to talk. This is it's awesome. Oh my gosh, the fact that you guys try to do that too was just amazing, and blows my mind, honestly.
I was happy. I found time to do it, like the 6-month interim a couple years back, that I was actually like back in the country, which was great.
I mean, there's so much. I mean, you've been so much. I mean, you guys don't know this, but Brandman, like for 4 years, he was basically back and forth from South Korea teaching.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he experienced some stuff that he's seen the world through different eyes, and one day we should have like an episode just to talk to him about some of the stuff that he saw. I think it'd be riveting, honestly. So.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. I mean, so many freaking vloggers now like that that are in like Japan and Korea started off as like going out there, teaching English, and then they just kind of become like vloggers. Like I follow a few of them, that went to Korea and then they either stayed in Korea as a vlogger or moved to Japan or back and forth to Japan and Korea, all because they went out there to be a teacher. So
yeah, man, it was
big YouTubers.
It was amazing. It was easily the single best decision I've ever made, probably. Apart from joining Spoiler Kings.
I was gonna say, hey.
Hey. Yeah, no, dude, like it was amazing. I met a lot of people that I'm still in touch with. I'm pretty sure some of them even subscribed to us. With me cool. Just kind of like passing the word around. But yeah, it was amazing. It was sometimes I even think about going back.
This is something we're going to talk about. I'm telling you, this is something I really want to sit there and discuss with you. If we had like a time, like maybe April, when it's a slow movie time, just go through the things that you've seen and stuff like that. That would be very cool episode. So.
Oh yeah, definitely hear all the cool stories.
Hey,
and then like that.
No comment.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy, you're awesome, man. I love you guys.
I love that.
That a teaser for the story.
We shall see.
All right. So I mean, what are we doing today?
Yeah, so we got our shows. I think that we're going to keep on these shows for their seasons. So we are going to talk about Bel-Air episode 2, Mandalorian, the first episode of season 3, which Derpy's going to join us for that. And then we're going to do a couple trailers, some new trailers that are out. Peter Pan. I think we watched it off stream, me and you when we were talking. So we got to definitely talk about that because there's a lot of people mad. I'm pretty sure Brandon said that on our Facebook group. Yep. But there's that Haunted Mansion just came out today. That trailer
hours ago. Yeah,
super great. And The Blackening. Which is another one a lot of people are talking about right now as well. Man. I think Derpy might join us for those as well. For some of the trailers.
Let's start with Bel-Air then and knock that
Bel-Air out.
And
bring Derpy in.
I'm gonna let you guys have at this one. I wasn't able to watch the newest episode. For whatever reason, I don't know. I haven't been able to access it, and been trying to like pull it up on what's it called on Amazon Prime, but I haven't been able to. I've been having trouble with watching the new episodes of Bel-Air.
I got you.
So
I got you. We'll talk about after stream. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get right into it. I don't think there's really no spoilers. I don't think there's nothing that made. It's still early in the season, so nothing major. I don't think happened.
Yeah, we're still setting up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Everything you're gonna hear, you're gonna be like, yeah, I can see that happening. There's nothing that's gonna like. So
I mean, this one should be a pretty quick breakdown of episode 2. All right, so let's get right into that one. All right, so our first topic of the night is Bel-Air episode 2 of season 2. Yeah, man, this was a pretty good one, but it's still setting up for a lot of stuff. Right off the bat, what do you think, Brian?
It is hard to watch the decisions they're making from the side, from the sideline. Like it's like I'm looking at Uncle Phil sometimes, and I'm like, man, you're a terrible father. But then I start to realize that someone probably saw me from the outside. They're like, what the hell are you doing? Doing that? That makes no sense. So the hindsight gives you a lot of ability to say that's to talk about what someone's doing, but really, it's just hard to do it in the moment. But I see them setting themselves up for failure, and it's hard to watch it sometimes. And you see Will and how he's self-destructing. And I could see the route that he's on, and I could see Carlton, how he's going to, have anxiety problems, but then he might break through his anxiety. So like, it's just so many things happening to everyone, and they really haven't touched on, the whole, Ashley, Tatiana Ali being in the episodes. It's so much going on, and they're preparing and they're prepping us for. But all I can say is this episode gave me one thing I've been wanting for a while.
What's that?
Jeffrey back in the house.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they still have a lot of problems. So Brandon, I know you said you didn't watch it. So I still recommend going to check it out. It was a good episode. Even if we talk about it, I don't think we're going to spoil anything because there's nothing major that happened. There's nothing that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that. I think like we all knew Jeffrey was going to get back into the house, and pretty much everything else that happened this episode. But yeah. I mean, he got back in, and it was, the conversation him and Phil had was good, was rough. And there's still like some, open wounds, not just amongst them, but between Jeffrey and his son. I think that we're gonna dig into that like throughout the season.
Why he can't see his son anymore, and that's gonna be huge. But but once again, we talked about last week. Phil's gonna have to be the one to go to him, and that's what happened. Phil had to go to Jeffrey because Jeffrey put the olive branch out, and Phil just knocked it away. So it took Phil going there and realize, say, I love you. I need you home. You're my best friend. Like I love you. I need you. Yeah. You're part of the family. I need you here.
Yeah. And it was also like Aunt Viv trying to like, hey, enough. Like go over there, talk to him. So yeah.
You don't get to deny your wife for so long when she said, look. When she says look and she turns her head. That's how was it. You only got like 5 minutes to actually get it done. It's like my wife comes and say, hey, look, take out the garbage. I'll be like, hey guys, I'll be right back. That's kind of how it works. But I got a question for you. Are you surprised about the things that Will doing, what Will's doing, the route that he's taking? Are you surprised?
No. There was one thing towards the end of this episode with Will. I was like, if he says, I go there should be a game. So Brandon, if you want to play a game while you're watching this episode, take a shot every time he says West Philly, Will is back. He says it like a dozen times in this episode. Like, we get it, man. We get it. Like, West Philly, dude. Like, he says it a bunch, because I think he's trying to convince himself a little bit of it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm that badass kid from the hood and this and that, and now I'm here. But it's like nah, last season, man, you changed, but you're trying to bring it out and people are trying to take advantage of him and stuff like that. But he doesn't see it.
And I think Uncle Phil said something really awesome. He said, you need to think about why all these people are sweating you. What about you is the reason why they're sweating you? Because they want a piece of you.
Yeah.
And he can't get that through his mind. Like, he's like, oh man, they're going to help me get to D1. No, they want to ride your coattail. And it's a story that so many kids that join AAU and traveling basketball teams all hear this stuff. I mean, I'm telling you. I have a couple of cousins that are really good at basketball. They did a lot of traveling basketball. And if they didn't have good parents, they move into the coach's house, and the coach is like now become their manager. And then next thing you know, it's only what the coach says. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
They rule their lives that way. And what they do, the coaches cast this wide net and they grab somebody. And once they have one good one, they can keep on casting that wide net and grab more and more kids. And it's becoming a problem. Like, as a point of AAU basketball is bigger than high school basketball in a lot of areas, or most areas.
Yeah.
The NBA, everyone talks about the NBA. Martin thought the NBA is so soft. It's because these guys have played together forever. These kids are playing in AAU and they're stacked teams playing together. The NBA has changed because of it. The culture has changed because of it. And I mean, it's all because of AAU.
Yeah. So, I mean, did they say he's? I know he's a traveling teams coach, but did they really say they can't? That makes sense. Yeah. So they kind of sneak around it.
Yeah, it's AAU. He's an AAU coach.
Yeah.
And he's Jackie's uncle.
Yeah. I guess that is one of the kind of big surprise, but not. I mean, also not really. Like when it is, I'm like, because this dude wants to make, but yeah, man, him and Phil. I think Phil, it seems like he's gonna be a little too much formulaic. I don't like, well, I'm saying that right. So far, because in the first season, he needed to have that adversity. Like he needed to go against somebody. He needed to be able to fight somebody. And the last time it was against the politician, the police guy. I think now it's gonna be this dude. You know what I mean? Like it seems like he's always fighting somebody. For a reason. Like with that, it was for his family. And it kind of turned into like Jeffrey for a little bit. And then stuff like that. But I think it's gonna be him and then like that's gonna be the conflict for Phil all year.
I think that's what it wanted to be. The problem is Jeffrey is gangster, and if Jeffrey's anything like he was last season, this is going to be a 2-episode problem.
He was easily one of my favorite things about last season, if not my number one favorite thing about last season.
I think he's my number one favorite. Can you imagine? He's not a big dude, but he just goes and taps someone on the shoulder like, "Look, I'm giving you 2 weeks. Figure your ish out, or I'm gonna figure it out for you." And then, like the next episode, you see him like he's sitting there with a can full of gas and a handful of matches, and the house burned down behind him.
Just figure it out.
I told you.
Yeah. Although I don't know, does he change a little bit this season because he needs to make right for himself and for his son, so he can finally see his son? You know what I mean? Like, does he need to kind of become a different person so he can finally interact with the person he loves the most, which is his son?
What he can't do, I think what we're going to find out is that Phil made a deal to keep his son safe because of what Jeffrey's done before in the past.
What Jeff?
My question is Jeffrey ruthless enough to do the stuff that he was doing before? He didn't care about the consequences, but now when you bring your son back into that equation, is he ruthless enough to do the things that he was doing? And that's going to be a big question.
Yeah. I mean, he's still a badass because I mean, I like as soon as he comes back into the house, everyone's happy. They're like, "Oh yeah, Jeffrey's back," and he goes, "All right, well, everyone's 10 minutes late. Get your asses on the bus." And he's like, right to the smackdown. He's like doing everything. So
and everyone's like, "Damn, already, Jeffrey?" They didn't question him though. They got on the bus.
Yeah.
That was funny.
So, but I did like that. But he's gonna be an interesting character, man. I mean, he was always, I thought, an interesting character, but I think they're really gonna like dig deep into his I don't say trauma, but issues.
I think it's trauma. That's trauma. Yeah, I mean, to lose a son and to realize in your head why you can't see him, and I think he's going to tell Phil, "I need to see my son."
Yeah,
and Phil's going to do whatever it takes to let him get it to see his son, and that's going to cause problems.
Yeah. The one thing Jeffrey did say when they're having their talk and he's telling them, he's like, "You know why you can't see was it Frederick, I think his name was, the son?" And he's like, "I know," and he's getting loud. Like we never really heard Jeffrey get loud and emotional. And he said, and the thing he said that really got me was like, it makes sense here, but it doesn't make sense here. And like, he was all like just worked up. I was like, damn, man, that was some good acting. But that was pretty good. But yeah, that's like, like logically you're like, yeah, I get it. Yeah. But then also it's like there's still a lot of emotions and stuff, that come with not being able to see your son for however long he hasn't. So
for the rest of his life, he's not going to be able to see it, and that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
But one thing I gotta say is the Uncle Phil that we have now has a problem because what we have from James Avery created a mountain of a shadow over him. Like there's nothing he can do that's going to mix with him. It's going to match James Avery. James Avery was the perfect Uncle Phil. He was everyone's favorite uncle. He was everyone's favorite father figure. He's already 6'6". He's already 300 some pounds, and he just dwarfed everybody, and just had a persona. Like, he's that big, but his aura was even bigger.
Yeah.
And that's just hard to compete with. And I don't know if you can fill the room up as much as he did. You know, and be that good of an actor at all times. He was always the best actor on the screen. And that's always just a problem. He will never be able to fill those shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like we have to go to other characters to do it, or we have to formulate problems in order for him to be able to reach those levels. Mm-hmm. James Avery was able to do it just by being himself, no matter what.
Yeah, I can see that, because I was kind of thinking that last week. I'm like, is Jeffrey and Phil in this show like a combination of what Uncle Phil was back then? Because like you said, like he was big. He was the voice of Shredder. So like at one moment he'd be like, you know, be very menacing and very, very authoritative, you know, especially like when it came to like what was that one? When they got hustled at the pool hall, you know, and like a lot of times when he put his foot down. Yeah, you know, he put his foot down, and you're like, oh man, he's gonna bash somebody's head through the wall, you know. And then, you know, the next episode, he's like a teddy bear, you know. He's very understanding, very loving, you know. And I think that Uncle Phil is split between Jeffrey and Phil in this one, and they're kind of
that wisdom along with it.
Yeah, you know, like they're both loving, very emotional, but one is more menacing than the other, and so it's like they almost split that character, because in the last one Jeffrey was just a one-liner, you know, in the background that would just say stuff. I mean, he had what, 2 episodes like to himself, I think, in the original one. I know one for sure.
I mean, we won the lotto when he walked away.
That's right.
But when Son came in, so
I was thinking the Son one.
He's had some episodes, but the spotlight was never on him. He was just background character.
Yeah,
this one is
not like this one,
as Brandman said. So he's one of the favorite characters. He's like the best.
Yeah. I think our Jeffrey comparison video between the old Fresh Prince Jeffrey and Bel-Air Jeffrey is still our #1 video on our channel, because people love like this Jeffrey so much, you know, that he's just interesting,
and he has swag for days. Like the dude just comes.
Oh man, definitely.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you super Jamaican. Like that's everything about him just says like, oh man.
Yeah. So he's cool.
I'm waiting for me to get some oxtail soup or something like that, man. I mean, oxtail stew. Yeah, he's super everything. Like I feel like every time I see him, I should be seeing him eating some jerk chicken. Like, like he is awesome. Like he is just that awesome, and he's the, as you said, how Uncle Phil split between 2 characters. He seems like he's the better actor. Like he's the stronger actor. James Avery was the best actor, as I said, on the screen all the time. He was always the best one. He's the one that taught Will how to act. You know, as we talked about when Will Smith was at the beginning, he used to, you know, mouth everybody's lines so he could know when his part to talk. You know, James Avery showed him how to act.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone thinks about the father episode. You know, that's when Will Smith can do drama. You know, and how awesome that was. And that's probably one of my favorite episodes. That, and then the Carlton gun episode when he said, "Give me the gun." Like that was the best acting you see from him. But that doesn't happen without James Avery. And I don't feel like this Uncle Phil doesn't have that. But Jeffrey looks like he pushes them a little bit more into their out of their comfort zone to make them do better.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they use him to bring Ashley a little bit more out to the forefront. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think they're going to use him. I think they're going to use like the OG Ashley to bring out this Ashley, which is great because it makes sense, you know, with being the teacher and stuff like that. And I think they're also using something that's happening in the world right now with you know, what's like acceptable curriculum in school. That's books. What I was thinking. It was like books, like, oh well, yeah, that's an unacceptable book to read. It's like, but yeah,
you like that book? Take that book.
Yeah, exactly. The Florida teacher. Yeah, because at first I'm like, I thought the other student was, because in the first episode, that other student was upset because I'm like, oh, she's getting extra credit, but I'm not getting extra credit, and I think it might be a little bit of that, and then a little bit of like jealousy, like, oh, she likes that teacher more, or she likes that student more, but it's.
As they all says, like, she has helped multiple people, especially Black people in a world that school is white.
Yeah.
And so Black kids in the white school, how to deal with it sometimes, because sometimes you get frustrated. And she was the voice of reason that helped generations of students, and that's what we're going to see. And that I think this is what's going to happen. I think we're going to get a Black Lives Matter thing. Like I think Carlton's going to become big into it. Like he's going to have anxiety, and then he's going to use the anxiety to become an unbelievable, wordsmith, like give an unbelievable speech. And that's going to really bring him to the forefront, but it's going to also be at odds with him getting into, is it Yale?
Yeah, something like that. Like whatever Ivy League
school. I can't remember what it is, but that's going to put him at odds. So he's going to get everything he wants, except he doesn't get the scholarship, or he doesn't get into his Ivy League school.
Yeah, because like this whole episode was like setting up, because like that whole part with Carlton, I'm like, things are going too good for Carlton, and especially how the character he was last year, how you just like, you hated him, and then towards the end you kind of accepted him. Like now I'm like, oh shit, okay, you're getting better, you kind of understand things, but I feel like I'm like, there's something hidden still that like we don't see yet, and it's gonna be like just a bunch of skeletons in his closet, and he's like, nah, I'm doing even more drugs, or like something stupid, like we're gonna find out.
I can see that happening. But I'm under the opinion that he's going to be my favorite character. He's going to have the most growth, and he's going to be, like the dude that really Will brings the best out of him. Even though Will challenges him and puts him in uncomfortable situations, it brings the best out of Carlton, and Carlton's going to become better because of it. And I think Will is going to drag himself down to a point where Carlton's going to be the only one that is holding them up. Like they're going to go be at odds, and then once again, Will's going to be the wrong, and Carlton's going to be right. But Carlton's not going to give up on Will, and he's going to bring him up just like Will did in the first season.
Yeah. I can see that, because like the whole going to with what's that group called, the BSU?
Yeah.
Like that was Will. And it was, granted it was for a girl, but now it seems like Carlton's getting into it more, like on his own, you know what I mean? And Will's kind of just helping there, like being his hype man almost. Because we're gonna do a protest. Yeah, we're gonna do a big protest. We're gonna do a walkout. Now we're doing a blackout. It's like he's like he's like the hype man. So which is awesome, because I think that's something what Carlton kind of needs. He needs that confidence in an area where he's not used to being. He's used to like hanging out with all the sports guys and all the white boys and stuff like that, and now it's a little different. And I'm kind of curious, because I think now he's stuck, because that one teacher told him, like, you sure you want to do this?
He's going to want to try to stop it, and then he's going to have such an anxiety attack that he's going to explode and give the speech that makes everyone walk out. He's going to explode, because he's going to open up and be so honest that everyone's going to fall in love with Carlton. Carlton's going to be the character that everyone's going to fall in love with. I think this is a good time to bring out what Tony said.
Yeah.
Is that there you go. I love the episode Uncle Phil made Will apologize to the family when Carlton took Will's speed. That's the kind of stuff we're going to get. I think that those type of things are what we're going to get in this season. Like Will's going to push Carlton to a point, but it's going to make Carlton a better person, but it might put him in the hospital too.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it. They went down on Carlton's meds too.
They took him off. They took him off.
It just went down on it.
It went down? Okay.
Yes. Because he can't sleep. But you saw how he was at the party, how he was getting amped up, and it does things. If you know anyone with anxiety, you know how the ups and downs triggers things. So I think it's going to be a very interesting run that we're going to get. This storyline is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Carlton's got a really interesting storyline, because it's so different from last year. It's so different from last year. And we kind of saw it changing towards the end of the last season, and I think he's going full out this season. Hey, got Perp.
What up, Perp?
What's going on, Perp?
So shout out to Perp, man. Perp did some Oscar reviews with us, so make sure you go check out his channel. Yeah, he's doing that, and he's doing a bunch of movie reviews over there. So
Perp is doing. He already has a movie review for Creed, and making me mad. I'm trying to catch up to you. Man. Come on. Can't. I'm watching the movie. You doing a review at the same time. That makes any sense.
So go check out Perp Minded. But yeah, I'm trying to think, man. I mean, there's a lot of this one was not a lot of Aunt Viv. We didn't see too much of her. We saw her got involved with the Ashley issue, and then and then she's. I think her arc started this episode though. It wasn't much, but she's starting to confront. What's his name? Right? Not Riley. Reed. There you go. Yeah. And I think so. Her real issue, but then now she's got to deal with that, and now she's got to deal with her daughter. Ashley and stuff like that.
She's going to be the one pushes Ashley. Yeah, and it's going to help her. Find herself.
Yeah, which I like because Ashley's still pretty young. At elementary school, right? I don't want her dealing with this stuff by herself. You know what I mean? I think a strong household is that the parents have her back and are also helping her fighting these battles that she can't because she's young and kind of not sure with her place in the world. She knows what she wants to do. Yeah. And I think who she is. Yeah. I think Aunt Viv is gonna help her with this fight. Is going to get her there, and then I think you said Carlton's going to have this big explosive moment that's emotional. I think Ashley might have that same kind of thing where come out oh, this is effed up, and then start to be a little bit more
vocal
about things. So I'm curious about that. The one I didn't care too much about this was kind of the Jazz and Hillary. It was kind of just okay, but it's just a continuation of what happened last episode. So it's okay.
No, I feel it was Jazz's fault. Don't let her have your car. You knew what she was going to do. It's a household that she holds dear. She don't want to represent you. Nah, bro, you ain't getting my car. Keys down. You have all the cars in the world. You ain't messing up mine.
Go rent one.
Whatever.
Yeah. So, I mean, theirs is okay. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna run into some bigger issues, but right now their storyline is not. It's towards the bottom. I'm interested, but everyone else got a way more interesting storyline right now than them two.
Yep. Will's gonna mess up huge. So, he's gonna do something stupid, and it's gonna involve Jackie. And we got a little bit of Lisa this episode, but not much.
Did we?
Yeah, she was talking to Carlton. Exactly. Did we?
Man. Yeah, I don't remember that. I'm trying to remember when that happened.
Lily of this episode. Was she?
Yeah,
I think she was.
I'm serious. I don't remember.
She was talking to Carlton when he was talking about, now you're being the BSM. BSU, whatever, Black Students Union.
Oh, okay. Dan, that was Lisa, right?
That was Lisa. That's the only time we saw her.
That was super quick.
It's just trying to. I think it's the directors and the producers just trying to say, don't forget, Lisa's still here.
Yeah,
she's still here.
Sprinkle her in. She walks by in the background. Yeah. But what Tony said.
It's I feel Jackie knows what her uncle's intentions are for Will, but her feelings will make her not go through with the plan. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. Mm-hmm. But I think when Will finds out about it, even though she didn't go through the plan, the fact that she went along with it, that's going to turn him off towards her. And he's going to go try to go to Lisa, and then Lisa's going to walk away somewhere else and leave Will just in a lurch. And that's what he deserves, because can't just keep on going back and forth between these girls. Even though I know I did in high school too. So I mean, I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying,
I mean, it's a lesson you learn. But it was a good episode. I was entertained. It was pretty quick though. I gotta check the runtime. I just felt like
44 minutes or something like that. It was
it's about average.
Yeah, it was fine, but it was just like whatever,
Yeah.
Normally I'm watching this show and I'm like halfway about to pause or turn away, like I can't watch this because I hate when it's awkward situations. Yeah. I'm an awkward, terrible person watching awkward situations. So I'll turn away. But this was, it was awkward, but I didn't ever have to turn away. I just found like it was fine. Just all right, we're cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't hate it. It wasn't really a filler, because important stuff did happen, but nothing. Everything that happened wasn't like crazy. Like I'm like, okay, we saw that coming. A lot of stuff we said last week, I think, kind of started coming true, or we were kind of on the right track, more or less.
I think the only thing that surprised me was the high school team, like the players starting to say, "Will, this is our team." I was like, "Oh, what? Really? You don't say it to your best player?" Yeah, I've been there all the time. You don't say that to your best player.
Yeah,
and he just walks
this
away.
Is our team. Like, you can't have your team back in last place, jackasses.
I want to walk away at halftime. How about that? Just,
Yeah,
that's fun. Hey, Jack was looking fine. So why the hell was Will worried about Doc? She was looking real good. I was like, why are you asking about Doc? Dude, who cares?
Non-stop. He's like, hey, what's up? What's up with Doc?
Can I ask you about Doc? What? No. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. And she was trying to even like, I think I think she's more into it than him, but also is like, is she just manipulating him for her uncle? But like, that's all he does. He calls her, hey, what's up? What's up with Doc? Goes to the place and she's like dressed nice and everything and ready to like dance and have a good time. And he's like, oh yeah, but what's up with Doc? It's like, I mean, she was even getting aggravated, I think, towards like in the club. I was
in this situation, I would have forgot who Doc was. Like, Doc who? What? Who? The seventh dwarf? I have no idea who Doc is. Doc Rivers? I have no idea what's going on. I'm with you. Forget all these other things, man.
Yeah, but fun episode. It was a good episode. Didn't mind. But like I said, like if you haven't watched it yet, Brandon, get a nice little shot, get it going, and every time he says West Philly, Will Smith is back.
No, don't do that.
He says that.
I don't need you having food of alcohol poisoning. I don't need that. Like this, the whole bottle of Hennessy is gone.
Oh.
We get a picture of you passed out on the couch. Like, why he say it so many times
with the empty bottle, like
with the empty bottle. Yeah, man. I was like, but after like towards the end, I'm like, oh my god, why? Like he says it all the time, like, all the time, and I wonder if it's intentional.
We know West Philly.
Yeah, exactly. Towards the end, I'm like, oh, you're just trying to convince yourself, man. Yeah. You're trying to convince yourself.
Yeah. He's another person that I think what happened at the end of season 1 rocked him to the core. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing a male who's rocked to the core. He's no longer sure who he is or what he is. So he's searching for something that he's good at that he could control because he felt like he's totally out of control. And we're going to see him out of control because he can't control these things. The more you try to control something yourself, the less you're in control and the more you have problems. So,
Yeah. I mean, he's still got trust issues with Phil, and Phil's trying to help him, but also like, there's gonna be trust issues with Jeffrey, because everything went down, and he knows it went down because of me. He goes, "Oh, you got fired because of me." He's like, don't. Jeffrey's like, "Don't think about it." So
I think Jeffrey's gonna tell him some things, and he doesn't want to hear, and he's gonna go through something during the episode, and then Jeffrey's gonna be like, "I told you."
Yeah,
I told you.
Yeah. So, but cool. Yeah, man, that was a good. It was a fun episode. How many are we getting this season?
I think we're in 10, right?
Probably. Yeah. What do you say?
So I think Jackie's feeling Will and someone playing him at the same time, or like she's feeling him and finding out like her uncle's gonna start talking to her, and then she realizes, oh, okay, I have to do what he says because A, B, and C or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
like I have to follow him. So we're getting 10. Yep.
10. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, for a second episode, it was good. I mean, we don't need like groundbreaking, like crazy stuff happening in episode 2, but it's setting up. And I think it's setting up stuff that's going to be interesting and see where it all goes. So, like it.
Sounds like a lot of drama on the show. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
First time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, you missed season 1. Yeah.
Oh,
it's good though. It's good.
I think Lisa will get with Braxton and Will dates Jackie for a while to get over Lisa. I think Will comes back and starts saying, "Lisa, come back, please," and begging her, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait to see it, but we've been talking about it for a while, so I just want to. I can't wait to see the next episode in the same way I dread it, because I just know it's gonna be more drama.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna set up more. I'm just worried like it's gonna keep setting up, and then it's just gonna hit hard, and you're just like, damn, like you all were doing so good, and now everything's ruined. I'm just waiting for that moment. So like,
watch Jeffrey gonna be sitting there with all the pieces of everyone's broken heart, like just in his hands, like, all right, can you fix this?
Yeah. Yeah, there's got to be a hero of the season, I think, and I don't know who it. This early, I don't know who.
I'm hoping it's Carlton.
He would be nice. Yeah,
all the hate we got before, now I hope Carlton is the one that kind of saves the day and brings everyone together.
Yeah, I mean that'd be one hell of a arc in 2 seasons. Where the beginning of last season, you just wanted to punch him, and like, what are you doing? And then if he is the hero by the end of this season, and you're just like, good job, give him a hug, like, but we'll see.
I agree.
We'll see. But yeah, I like comedies, don't really watch drama. So Brandon Davis said,
"This is definitely drama."
Yeah, this is absolutely drama. And in hindsight, I'm happy they did it that way. It had to take a different route from the original.
It had to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have come under fire for trying to be a cheap imitation of the original. It's very much its own animal. I think a tonal shift definitely works to its advantage.
Like How I Met Your Father.
Yeah.
Like, you're just trying to be exactly the same show. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't need, and it shouldn't have been a carbon copy.
Yeah. I agree. Like, you can't do this. Situational comedies are made for NBC and network shows. This is good because we get the drama and you can see it on an episode by episode basis, and you can deal with if I don't want to watch it again until next week, I give myself a little time.
Yeah, take a week break. But like I agree with what Chill said. I'm gonna bring that up.
You got it.
Yeah, if it was a sitcom, it would not have made it. Because I think just in general, sitcoms don't hit now like they did in the 90s or something. Like in the 90s, they were like top notch. But sitcoms, multi-camera, series just don't. They're not the same. I mean, I think people want more better looking things for sure. I mean, there's always going to be one of those shows that's going to be an outlier, like Big Bang Theory, is a sitcom, multicam. Yeah, that obviously took the world by storm. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it.
And I'm in to love it because you know what? I've probably watched every episode of Big Bang Theory 3 times. And I know the trope. I know it. I see it. Like in my mind, it's like Jeffrey. In my mind, I know it's terrible. But here,
it's like, but here it feels good. Feels good.
Tony
I mean,
said, I could see Will and the family visiting his mom for the summer, and Will makes up with Trey. I think Trey's the one to like bring Will out of the funk that he's in.
Man, I completely forgot about Trey.
Pull him out and tell him like, wake the hell up.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Trey.
This is Chill, yo.
Oh,
come on. Come up.
Yeah, the next one. There you go.
I ain't got socks to say Bazinga, baby.
I
definitely got a shirt.
I was gonna say, I know you gotta have a shirt for sure. I'm not. You want to see something funny about Big Bang? Meet Cannon. I know we watched a video off screen with him. Yeah. He has one with the Big Bang Theory that's scary and kind of funny, and it's. I mean, Meet Cannon's always a weird ass thing, but he does something funny with the whole Bazinga thing.
It's all right, chill. I got you, man. I got you. You don't be telling my secrets, man. Don't be telling all my secrets, man. That's terrible. Yeah, I got Bazinga. Yeah, I like it. I can't help it. You know, I like all shows. I'm well rounded.
I can't. I watched a few episodes, but I can't, man. I don't get it. I think the first season was good, but then the more I watch it, the more I'm like,
I don't know if the first season was good, but you know what? I think what happens when you're clock stricken. Like, you ever been something that you've already given at the time, so now you're just stuck. It doesn't matter what you do. And if it's funny, it's still funny. So the jokes are still hitting for me, so I'm okay. And I like Leonard, you know. And as I said, I like being, you know, nerd stuff. So I like going to the comic book store, right? I like wearing superhero T-shirts, right? I like. I go through those type of things. You know, doesn't matter. I'm 6'5", 275-pound black guy. Doesn't matter. I still understand the situations, you know. So I can't help it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's got its moments. It's definitely got its moments, but
hey, there you go.
Yeah.
All of my mouse is just killing me right now. There you go.
Got it. You want me to bring it up?
Maybe. I don't know.
I got it. There you go.
Penny. Dude, you used to drive me nuts. Sheldon used to. See him, I would choked.
In the middle of the night.
We wouldn't have made it. Season 3, I would have just choked him.
Yeah.
You come in the room with me and my girl trying to snatch a necklace off her neck. Or
is that what he does?
Yeah, because they find one of the Lord of the Ring necklaces, rings, and she puts on a necklace, put her on a neck. She was gonna keep it for safekeeping. And like Larry, he came in trying to take it. I would have killed him. Literally with my bare hands, like.
Oh man. What Tony say? All right, wait, hold on. Let's finish this up.
Let's do this, I want to answer Tony. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll get into the Big Bang stuff in a second. So I think that's about it for our review for episode 2 of season 2 of Bel-Air. It was good. It was fun. It was, you know, nothing major happened, but a lot set up, which is fine because it's still the beginning of the season. I recommend watching it. It's gonna be a good time. There's sometimes you're gonna be like, you know, it's like old man throws fists in the air, like, don't do that, kid. But you know, it is what it is. But fun time. But leave a comment in the comments section. Leave a comment. Yeah. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about a couple more stuff. But if you're watching on replay, appreciate it. Thank you, and let's move on.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna wait for that.
We were getting into like all this Big Bang talk.
Dude, I was surprised when in the final episode Penny told Linda she was pregnant. We definitely need a follow-up for a movie or something. See, first off, I was surprised that she was pregnant because I didn't think that fit her character. I thought that she was going to be one of those things that, like, if it happened, it happened. But she just seemed like, so, yeah, hell yeah, I'm pregnant. Whatever, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, but I thought like it's going to be like she was totally against, like, no, I'm not being pregnant. I don't want kids. You know, and it will take two seasons. Like, it's like they fast tracked what they would have done in 2 seasons, and they did it all in 1 episode.
Yeah, well, they had to. I mean,
yeah,
they just crammed everything.
Parsons, who was wrong, thought he was going to be a freaking star.
He was
like, I want to be a star.
Was not a star.
No, you're not, dude.
Yeah,
you're awful.
Yeah. He was.
You do one movie with Rihanna, and you think you're the greatest. Come on, bro. Everyone feels like they're the greatest next to Rihanna. You know, you just feel like her aura gets on you, and you feel like you're the greatest. That's what happened to him. He got lost in Rihanna's aura, and now he lost Big Bang Theory. That's what happened.
Yeah. I think he was definitely more. I think he thought he was good because his character was good. When it was just, no, your character is great, but you're not your character. Like, you can't take that character and put him in other stuff. You know what I mean? You could be the nerdy stuff, but he's crazy, man. He's crazy. So it was like you can't put that and chug it into everything. He's gonna be in the Oppenheimer movie. He was in the Hidden Figures, so he's still gonna play the smart scientist guy. But
that's smart but stupid.
different.
That's what you have to be, the smart but stupid person that doesn't understand, social skills, social cues and stuff like that. That's what you got to be.
Yeah.
Big Bang was all right, and he said Sheldon was the best character on TV. Sheldon, Crowley, and Larry David from Curb were the best characters on TV at the time. I love Crowley. Crowley is like awesome. My favorite.
Awesome. Sheldon was a cock.
Sheldon.
I couldn't stand Sheldon. There wasn't one time that I didn't want to punch Sheldon square in the mouth.
I didn't understand how no one did it. I was like, man, do you say things like that to me, or you say things to my girl and try to put a contract in my face? I'll use a contract to beat you senseless.
I'll beat the smart out of you.
There was props to Jim Parsons. That's how you know when you're a good actor. When you make me want to just hit you every episode.
Or maybe he just has a punchable face. Maybe
that too. I was holding my tongue on that, but yeah, he does.
Punch in your face.
He does have one of those faces you want to just hit as hard as you could.
Like just swing away.
I'm sure he's a very nice guy in real life.
Sure, I'm still mad at Jim Parsons for getting rid of season 9 or 10, wherever we're going to be. I'm still upset with that, man. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna bring Derpy in. We'll get ready for some of these trailers.
Okay.
Hey, Derpy.
What's up, Derpy?
Derpy.
Let us know when.
Good evening,
hey,
gentlemen.
What is going on, buddy?
What is going on?
Same old.
Same old. Just watching stream, eating some Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ooh, very nice.
That's the way to do it, man. That's the best way to watch the stream. Hey, that's how I watch Chill's 33 Burning Questions. I send to eat some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, it's a good question.
I'm ready to get into these trailers.
When Penny said, "Who do we love?" Sheldon, who do we love? Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, I do like that one." Who do we love? Sheldon. I mean Penny. Who do we love? Penny. I love that episode.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into that, I know we're talking about season 9, and that triggered something for me. What the hell was wrong with the Flash season 9? That the chick who's playing was it Death? Was it what's her name? Death Flash, whatever the stupid, whatever the character's name. Oh my! It's like an evil. It's like where a universe where Batman absorbs the power of the Flash. I don't know if that's how it is in the show, but that's how it is in the comics. That's so cringy. It's so cringy.
Everyone is talking about how bad it is right now.
It's so bad.
No, but
this is a whole nother level.
The Flash has been one thing that's been holding together that in Green Arrow, and the Flash the last 2 seasons have just been not good. And I'm watching it still just because I'm another show that I'm plot stricken to. Like I'm already, I put it all in already. You know, I can't go off away now.
I mean, you only got another 8 more episodes anyway. Yeah, it's like a half a season. It's so bad, man. Like Derpy, you said it's a CW show. 100% agree that, but at least there's a level. And this is like 15 levels of cringe below that. It's just.
I mean, at least it's not Gotham Knights.
I mean, no.
Oh man, that looks awful.
Yeah,
it looks so bad.
Seen that. That looks bad though.
This is still a good show. It was a good idea. You know,
just appreciate it for what it is. At least at this point,
it's so cringy. I don't know if you guys seen the clips of it.
No, I've seen it already.
Yeah, I mean, there's the one. So she does a Conroy line. He goes, "I'm vengeance. What'd she say? I'm darkness," or blah blah blah. Which I'm like, it is a little cringy. But then she does the Keaton from the original, which is one of my favorite freaking lines of the Keaton, first Batman. Where he's like, he goes, "You want to get nuts?" And then it's like the longest pause ever as she like Iron Man's the suit onto her. It's like a good 40 seconds before she's like, "Come on, let's get nuts." I was like,
"Is that still Flash?"
It's in Flash.
It's in Flash.
Oh my goodness.
I think they're trying.
I gotta find it.
I don't know if they're trying to like do a crossover or what, but dude,
it's a character.
They probably were
nuts.
at some point trying to do a crossover, but all that stuff, that went down in DC, Warner Brothers, they probably canceled that idea.
Yeah, and it says let's go nuts. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. It's definitely one of my favorite lines because then it's Keaton saying it, you know what I mean? Like, which is awesome. Like,
this season of Flash is so bad that I don't know if he could take over for Ezra Miller. It's that bad right now.
Even though I'm not all the way caught up, I've actually been rewatching some past episodes of The Flash to kind of be up to speed, for no pun intended, for this one. But is it Grant Gustin's fault?
No, it's not. Yeah, he's the only thing trying to save it. Have you ever seen like someone like? Can you imagine the Titanic is like falling, is sinking, and one guy with a rope is trying to swim and keep it afloat? It's like we're watching The Flash right now. It's one guy putting the rope in his teeth, trying to keep it afloat. It's just, he's not going to win, but it is what it is.
All right, here I got the clip real quick. So it's Red Death. Red Death is the character of where it's like a different universe where I believe Batman somehow absorbs the power of the Flash, so they can like. And it's like an evil Bruce, or I think something like that. It was part of I believe, what is that? The Death Metal run that they did a few years ago, which I love that run. That was an interesting run.
Wasn't that long ago? Yeah.
Well, 2 years, 3 years ago.
I think it might be 2019, so that might be 4 years.
Oh shit! Yeah. So here, let me pull this up. This is God. All right. So this is the character.
Oh God, that looks already awful. Okay, yeah, you don't need to play it anymore.
Yeah. What is up with that photoshopped logo on the chest?
And what is up with the voice?
Yeah.
This is the part. Like, you want to get nuts, and then it takes forever to finish the other line. It's like wannabe Iron Man.
You know what I thought about? It was like, why didn't the Flash just like beat her up like 15 times?
Zoom in and like
happened. Yeah. Had more than enough time. Just stood there and watched her suit up with that.
So the suit is getting the powers of the Flash in real time. Wow. That's what Andy said. She didn't absorb it. They're saying it's just the suit. The powers of the Flash.
Anti-Batman.
Yeah.
Dude, they're going out with a whimper. They're going out. You know what I'm saying? Go out on top, they're going out on bottom. It's just like, and I love the Flash. I watched all of them. I'm still watching them. It's so bad.
That was actually pretty bad. I'll admit that.
I want to touch on this thing. Guys, Crowley is the best character on TV that was ever made. I don't care. Anyone says Crowley was awesome. I love him. That's it.
I'll give him. He's definitely the best thing that CW ever made. 100%.
Mark Sheppard is definitely the best.
Yeah. He killed it. He was great because he wasn't the devil. He was a demon. Yeah, he was awesome. It was such a great take on something.
That's that Mighty Morphin Power Ranger style. Take 15 minutes to suit up. It's morphin'.
That's actually pretty good, Brandon. That's really good.
And everyone just sits there and waits. Like, okay, yeah. all six of you gonna do it? Okay, shit.
There's someone that loves
Barry Allen.
That's actually a pretty good comment. That's
the Flash.
Yeah.
The Flash. Barry Allen. The Flash just stood there and watched that all unfold without doing anything about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he was in that scene, but I mean,
he wasn't in that scene.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Can you highlight that comment because that was the best comment of the night.
Which one?
The Power Rangers one.
Yeah.
The Power Ranger one. Yeah.
Can you highlight that comment for the video or something or stream?
Yeah. I don't think I highlight it.
Oh yeah, they definitely will.
Yeah.
No, what Andy says, he doesn't think Batwoman is going to be the season's true villain.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. I clicked it.
Oh. Why is it not doing it? Are we both
right,
it? I don't think Batman is
I hit it once,
true villain. They tend to introduce another threat mid-season. They always do that. Always do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
kind of
undermines.
If Chester and Allegra don't get together real quick, I mean, it's pissing me off now too. Like, come on, guys, come on.
What, in the show?
Superheroes? Yes. Like, dude.
Like, I gave up a while ago. I gave up a while ago with the Flash.
Yeah.
I still watch everything. I don't know, man. I can't help it. I told you, like, I've already dedicated all this time. How can I just give up on the show? It's about to be done.
Oh man.
You know, looking at this right now, and I have never even seen, or I know how painful it is because you love the first like three to 5 seasons of Flash, right?
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, they were good.
And that
really good.
I can't imagine, like, for how painful you're talking about the Flash now. I can't imagine, like, you remember that old they got canceled, but remember the Powerpuff Girl thing that was supposed to happen, but it was so bad.
Yeah.
It never happened.
It's probably that level, right?
It's worse.
Yeah,
worse. It's worse. Like, there you go. So, Pert Minder said, "Y'all talking about the trash, aka the CW, the Flash?" Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are. I don't even know how we got here, but yeah.
I don't know.
I thought we were supposed to do
trigger. Yeah. Well, I want to bring it because I know Brian's still watching it, and I was like, "How are you still watching it, man?" Like, I'll be like, like I can't watch it,
man. I can't help it.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I know it because Perp shared something on Twitter, and I'm like, that can't be real. That can't be real. And then I'm like, damn it, it is. That's crazy.
The good thing is I don't think any of that will be canon with a certain universe coming up.
Well, I don't know, man. You never know. Grant Gustin might take over as Flash, like they're talking about, and all this stuff happens. And I don't know. As long as they don't bring any other character in with them, I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
No other character.
We'll see.
Fun fact: Sheldon from Big Bang said it's a big commitment to start a show because it could be 8 years of your life. Who gives a crap if you're making $1 million episode?
No. I think he said Sheldon, not Jim Parsons. Remember when he was like, I gotta see if it's good, or he was talking about starting a new show, like
exactly.
watching.
100% right. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
But in that same Tony,
I'll drop out.
Superman and Lois, her up. You're right. Superman and Lois is probably the only thing that's left on the CW that's worth.
I don't even think that's going to be canon down the road either.
No,
I don't think it matters what canon is because I think as much as I got all this DC stuff on my desk, I'm pretty sure DC is going to F it up somehow. Just somehow it's going to get effed up, and something's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like anything that's not James Gunn, he's just gonna be like, and Elseworld.
Elseworld. That's all he's gonna do.
Throw it in that pile.
Yeah.
Did I write or direct it? No.
Or to the pit of ideas.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We'll go through these last ones and we'll go.
And Drill, none of the superheroes fucking. This is Arrow. It doesn't make any sense.
True. That's true. I guess
it used to happen all the time with Oliver Queen.
Yeah. He's in the bed with her, and now he's in the bed with her, and now he's in the bed with her. It was like at least 4 different women.
Well, Flash could be doing this so fast. Flash is just so fast, he's done. That's all.
Is that Wonder Woman joke?
Exactly.
Of that?
Exactly.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What were you gonna say, Brandon?
The Wonder Woman Invisible Man joke.
Yeah, or the 3-second performer Flash kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
thinking of a different joke. I think.
2017.
So I doubt we see that Flash. I don't know. I still think it's a long shot, but I can see possibly happening. I don't know. It depends on how bad some of these other movies are.
Or he has to maybe save the universe part.
Exactly.
And we're gonna bring in the Flash everyone loves.
Star power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Perp.
Yeah. CW needs to die. Kill it if you have to.
Yeah. Burn it with fire.
I'm not gonna say it.
Unfortunately, it's probably not going to die because it's in charge of a golf tour that will probably make a lot of money.
What's that? Oh, CW?
CW got rights to a new golf tour.
Yeah,
the LIV,
live tour, live golf. From
so they're probably going to make a lot of money off of that.
I don't know if they're
one.
Going to live golf.
But we'll see how it goes.
No, trust me, I don't know about live golf.
Yeah, it's a shady. Yeah. If it's that one from the Middle East one, it is
the one that he's paying all these $126 million for, like a golfer.
And then all of them are like, "Where's my money?" I was like, "Oh, it's over there."
We're gonna give it to you in gold, and we're gonna give you one piece a day. Like universe is full of ultra fit people with no effing going on. Hey, I understand. Then they say Aquaman 2 is horrible. Yes, so they're rewriting Aquaman 2 now.
No,
they're going through reshoots.
I think they're going through reshoots and stuff, but I think it's too late. I think it's too late. Just call it, kill it, put the stamp on it.
It's never too late. We're talking about Ant-Man. They changed the ending of Ant-Man 2 weeks before we saw the movie.
But that's what's in the but that's in a universe where the story matters. You know what I mean? Like you think James Gunn is like, oh, let's fix Ant-Man, let's fix Aquaman. And it was like, nah, man, make it bearable, and then kill it. Take it run back.
No, I mean,
take it back there with Amber Heard and her.
The only thing that made them $1 billion. You can't just let it. If you could save it, save it.
I don't think so, man.
Because you need the money to be able to use the universe.
This is exhausting with DC.
Yeah, it is.
This is so exhausting, and I'm sure they'll delay it again, just like they've been doing.
I guarantee they're going to delay it again.
Gotham Knights should die off slow as well.
No. Bullet to the head. Get it out quick.
I'm not gonna read that one.
Yeah.
When's that CinemaCon, right?
CinemaCon, yeah.
When's that? Because I don't remember, but from what I've heard, I guess the Flash movie's being shown there.
Yeah,
it's in May, I believe.
So we may get some reactions out of that.
Oh yeah.
Said maybe the reshoots are for continuity to match Gunn's universe. It could be.
You know what month that is, though, in? Fellas, do you know what month that is in? I don't remember.
I think it's May.
Early May.
Okay. Yeah, it's early May. Look about Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. There you go.
So maybe the reshoots are for continuity to match Gunn's universe. I can see that happening because once again, who's the one person that made all of the money? And maybe they told this Momoa that we want you to do something different. I mean, we want you to stay as the.
I don't think he's staying on. He ain't staying on Aquaman. There's no way he's staying as Aquaman.
Lobo.
I don't think we're gonna get. I think Lobo has a shelf life, and I think that might be the problem. So we'll see.
I think they're gonna use Lobo as their Deadpool kind of character. I can see that. Like, here's a likable actor in a crazy, cool, loudmouth character, and we can intertwine him with everything, and he could be like the tie. I don't know
if that can work yet. We don't know if Deadpool's gonna work yet.
Oh, that's gonna work. That's gonna make $1 billion.
I mean,
come on, it's gonna make $1 billion.
Let's step out the door. They walk off on the left side of the bed and make $1 billion. That doesn't mean anything anymore.
We're getting multiple Wolverines. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna lose their shit when we finally see was that blue and yellow or the orange and green? What was the color? Was it orange and brown?
Yep.
Yeah.
Orange and brown or yellow and blue.
Yeah, we're gonna see both of those. 100%.
I hope so.
Yeah.
He's over there. Wolverine someday. So Aquaman 2 will have plenty of money in China, just like the first one.
Probably.
I tell you. Exactly. And if it makes so much, I always say follow the money. You know me. Follow the money.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know how China will treat it at this point in the world.
That's true too. COVID's still kind of a big thing over there. So
I don't know. But look at Ant-Man. It's doing really, really well in China, guys.
Yeah. International.
Really, really even just China. I'm talking about big money. Like it's going to do. It might do more money in China. It
probably will, maybe, but
so that's what I'm saying. Like,
with the tension in the world right now, I don't know. I don't know how China will treat it.
I think tension's gonna always be there. But what's the one thing everyone could gather around? Superheroes, as long as they're not black, I guess.
I said Jason Momoa's abs. Yeah.
Not to mention Aquaman's in the Fast universe now.
Oh my God.
Family. God.
He's gonna wind up being like the long lost cousin.
No, he's gonna be the guy from Brazil's
Hi, I'm
son.
Aquaman. Welcome to Fast Fish.
God, no, I was just thinking back to that trailer. Fast and Furious just isn't even fun anymore.
This shit blowing up.
Plus, I'm just irrationally irked about them using the great song "Notorious Thugs" in the newest trailer. Something about that just irrationally pissed me off. I don't know why.
No.
Well, yeah, I do know why. Because they're not fun anymore. I used to find those movies.
Right.
I used to find those movies incredibly entertaining because I liked seeing how much they just violated the laws of physics. But somewhere along the way, I just couldn't do it anymore.
Enough's enough.
You gave up on family.
Yeah, I turned my back on family.
Hey, when they went to space, I was out. I was like, all right,
yeah.
Are you that impossible? What was it? Was it the Invincible meme? It was math is math. You're just like, gravity is gravity. Like, listen, you can't do that shit. Stop messing with it.
I was like, I'm out. I was like, check, please. I'm out. I gotta go. This is it.
I think like once The Rock like rerouted a moving missile with his bare hands, I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. That's enough.
Dwayne Johnson can think he could probably do that in real life. I'm sure he's thinking, I could probably do this in real life. Because he's done it twice already in movies. He did it in Black Adam too. So
yeah.
No, he did.
He caught it. I guess he didn't. Well, yeah, no, he grabbed a few and chucked it back. So, but yeah. So I'm telling you, he thinks he can do that in real life. We can get a Mythbusters to that.
Hey, I don't know. All I know is we're gonna shoot a missile out of them first.
Okay. Stand there, WB.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right. All right. We gotta get into some of these trailers.
Deadpool's tone will be a little bit jarring for fans who don't know his character and haven't watched his movies. I agree. So
they're about to be in for a surprise.
It's gonna be something.
Yeah.
Brady said that spaceship was ridiculous.
100%.
It was. They're like, we're going to go to space. Like, dude, you guys, you are a regular person. Like,
you're normal people.
Ludacris was a street racing dude, and he becomes a tech genius,
a rocket scientist.
Part was them wearing the suits.
What?
Yeah, the suits.
The freaking underwater suits just to breathe.
Oh my god! All right,
that was the best part.
Let's just not talk about this anymore.
Yeah.
I might have to cut one of the trailer reactions because we spent like 30 minutes on just BSing about bad movies and TV.
I gave up on Flash 9. I just said no, I'm good. I've never finished Flash 9.
God, Fast 9, and yeah, it committed the sin of taking itself way too seriously.
Don't let Hollywood get them ideas, man.
I'm waiting for Jurassic World, the best US crossover rumor.
They'll be crazy to do it.
It's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden the Optimus Prime comes down.
It's gonna be space, and he's gonna go back so fast in space that he's gonna go to 65 million years, and he's gonna see the dinosaurs, and then I don't know, something stupid's gonna happen. So
Back to the Future.
But yeah, I was gonna say that's how they link the Beast Wars Transformers with Fast 9. He goes back in time.
Like you go back to Beast Wars time and you see Dom and his Impala family.
him.
He just walks
with
off.
With a T-Rex.
Yeah.
The way we beat this dinosaur or T-Rex family.
Shift into family.
Dom is an awful character, by the way.
Oh, he's super bad, man.
Dom is just like an awful, like, just nothing of a character.
He was a mechanic, and how he's like a genius. Like he's like this person that everyone
super
will
spy.
follow. Like, dude,
he's like 007. I mean, Vin Diesel isn't the best actor, so I mean, I guess he's playing to his strengths.
Hey, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what I told you in The Rock, and he's in DC. I mean, and Marvel saying, "I am Groot."
So apparently, they're special agents now.
Yeah, they're like the A team now.
Yeah. Apparently, they're the A team.
You know,
cars and guns.
Hey, Tony got this one. Marty and Doc will appear in Fast 11. It's happening.
They pull up. He looks over, and it's like the DeLorean.
They come back from the they go back to back from the past, and they race them at the end of the movie.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's just stop talking about this before that happens.
Yeah. Because this is an all night thing we could talk about.
Come on, we
bad movies, bad TV show. Yeah, I think we're only be able to watch like maybe 2 trailers, if that. We try to keep it short.
And then we'll get to
all right. Yeah, let's go.
Stuff.
All right. Cool. So I'll probably just keep the bigger trailers then. Hit it. All right. So we have a first trailer of the night. We're gonna watch Peter Pan and Wendy, not the Wendy. Peter Pan and Wendy, streaming on Disney Plus in April.
Have you seen it, fellas? Or is this first time for all of you?
I've seen it once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter Pan is awesome. So we got Derpy down here with us. James Gunn is DC savior. So make sure you go check out Derpy's channel. Talking sports, movies, TV, all that good stuff. But make sure you go check out Derpy's channel. I'll put the link in the description. But let's check this out, and then let's talk about this trailer a little bit.
Tell me, how did you come to Neverland?
Can you pause this real quick? I'm sorry.
What happened?
So you can already tell the difference in the tone. That's all I'm going to say. The difference in the tone from the original to this.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
18 Peter Pan movies in between. So.
I know. But there's a different tone. I'll say that. But go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Big time. It's more grounded, I guess. I don't know. All right.
Are you
Lost Boys?
Every last one of us. But you're not all boys. So? What is this place? It's home.
Peter found it. Just like he found all of us.
Just like he found me. Peter Pan?
Were you expecting someone else?
What do you say, boys? You ready for an adventure? It looks very far away.
It's closer than you think.
There, look!
Bro, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
You're afraid of my love. Perhaps I don't want to grow up. Hold the past in your heart, but where you go from here.
Oh, they kept Tiger Lily.
Wendy, Moira, Angela, darling. Where is Peter Pan?
That's nasty.
It's so good.
April 28th.
Right after the draft, guys, after the Bears make all the moves, I'm going to be watching Peter Pan.
Football to Disney. Yeah. I don't know. Initial thoughts, guys? What you guys think?
Go ahead.
I think it looks
Brandon.
Oh, Dirk. Oh no, Dirk. Go ahead.
Yeah, you go Dirk.
Can I swear? Can I swear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're all adults here. I'm not going to tell your parents.
Fucking Law. There you go. Jude fucking Law right there.
Yeah, that did not look like him. That's crazy.
Right? Yeah. Him as Hook is a big sell.
Yeah, big time. Big time. He looks.
I like the design really too.
It's very dark, guys. It's very, very dark. You know, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be really fun. I mean, it looks good. I like all the casting things they chose. I don't understand any of the hate at all.
I don't understand either.
Well,
someone that loved the original.
I expected it, but there's no. I'm probably. I haven't seen any of the comments just because it gets too exhausting after a while. But I'm sure people are pissing and moaning about like two of the Lost Boys not being boys and then Tinkerbell being black. Probably, the kid playing Peter looks kind of ethnic to an extent.
He's
so
like,
honestly, fellas, to someone that's loved the original. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's like, what are you guys pissing and moaning about? You probably weren't even thinking about Peter Pan any time before this.
Yeah,
with a girl 3 times. Who cares what he is like?
Honestly,
yeah.
Can I cut in real quick?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, to someone that Peter Pan is my favorite, my absolute favorite Disney animated film of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot, like from the originals, at least from what Walt already had.
Mm-hmm.
If they were going, this is definitely the tale to do for at least diversity, for retelling.
Yeah.
It's a very outdated animated film, and you know that.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of stuff that would not fly today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's those Little Mermaid. A lot of stuff.
Yeah. So,
let's see.
to anyone that actually hates this like take on it, don't even mind it because they're not good people. I'll say that they're not good people.
No.
That's the way to put it. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
Martin says,
Bring that up.
Be happy they're giving it a new spin to it. I love it.
Same.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to tell the same story. I'm like, it looks like it's going to tell the same story. Like, it just looks better.
Yes, exactly.
Like it looks.
It's literally
better.
the same story, and the concept behind the story is always here. This is what I've always said. It's basically a story about being a kid, being afraid to grow up, and never forgetting that you were once a kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Peter Pan has always been Hook. Robin
Hook was always a great one.
That's my favorite one. So like, whatever. I don't care what you really do. That's my favorite, and that was totally different. So I'll give anything a chance. Personally,
By the way, I do like the director of this movie quite a bit, David Lowery, who did he did one other Disney remake that I was really, really fond of, which was Pete's Dragon. Very underrated movie, by the way. The remake.
Yeah.
It's one of the few remakes that like really, really worked for me. He also did The Green Knight, which I thought was just all right. He did A Ghost Story with Casey Affleck and Rooney Mara. So he's a pretty interesting choice for director.
Yeah.
I
mean, he did The Green Knight because there's like stuff cut like this scene
exactly from it.
Like,
yep,
this is exactly from it. It's like
It is.
Yeah,
I just hope they add songs because there's not many songs in the animated film.
No, they're not gonna add a lot of songs. I think it's gonna be a very dark telling. It's gonna be a dark telling. Not as dark as it could be.
I hope they add a hook song or something. I don't know, but if it's just a story, the telling of the story, then I'm fine with it because of the tone.
Same.
Yeah.
I do think that it should be in theaters. I do think with the tone they're going for, it definitely should have been in theaters.
It's going to be a big missed opportunity to make a buttload of money.
Can you imagine if they did made Peter Pan the bad guy?
There is a version coming out this year where Peter met Peter Pan, because that's kind of the real story, where he kidnaps kids.
Kidnapping kids
and
feeding them to the pirates. Like he's feeding them to stay there in Neverland.
Don't they wish upon a star or something, and Tinkerbell comes? I don't remember, but
I know Neverland is. What was that?
Doesn't he come during when they wish upon a star or something?
I think he's looking for a shadow. His shadow stumbles into their room or something like that. But I know Neverland is the second star to the right. That's kind of like the big saying for like Neverland and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second star to the right, straight on to home learning.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. I couldn't remember the rest of it. I just remember the second star to the right. And then Martin said almost all the Disney movies have small differences in them. Yeah. They seem to work out.
No.
Some of them do. Some of them don't.
Only one that worked out for me was Aladdin. Everything else was crap.
Yeah.
You didn't like the Jungle Book?
Okay. Jungle Book was pretty good. It was.
See.
I'll take it back. Jungle Book was good. Lion King was so terrible. It messes up everything else. And then Beauty and the Beast wasn't that good.
The only I don't like is only three I don't like is Beauty and the Beast, Mulan, and then
Mulan,
Cruella.
But the Lion King was awful. I would like. Let me not.
I know it was awful because it's the same story, but
no, it wasn't.
You don't have the cartoon effects on it.
No, here's the point of the Lion King. Hold on, no. You started, so now you guys got to deal with it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to make this up.
Look, guys. Here's the point of the Lion King. It is a young boy who's learning how to become king that finds a way to step out of his father's shadow and become the man he was always supposed to be. It's the journey of a young boy learning how to become a man. And it was done in lion form. So when you take that away from the movie, it is no longer the same movie. It has nothing to do. Everything else is ancillary characters that help him on his path. But when you lose that, you lose the movie. That's what the whole point of the Lion King is.
They were just all they cared about was cashing in on the movie on its 25th anniversary. There's a very specific reason that movie came out at the specific time it did, and just I don't even look at it as a movie. It was just a little freaking National Geographic showcase reel.
The best music and it's the best
without
music
the music
everywhere. Like it's the best music, and you lose all of it. Oh my god!
No,
be prepared. Be prepared. Not one. Come on.
Yeah, they just put out that they put out that crappy spoken word version of "Be Prepared." And Chiwetel Ejiofor, however I butchered the pronunciation of that man's name, he just wasn't a good Scar. He just screamed all of his lines.
Yeah, the Scar guy.
The only Disney remakes I liked were I liked the Jungle Book. I liked Pete's Dragon, and there were elements of Aladdin that I liked.
Yeah, Aladdin wasn't that bad. Yeah,
Aladdin wasn't bad. I just those were the only three that really did anything for me. But
Tony's saying a lot of people praise Cinderella.
Cinderella wasn't.
It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah,
it was okay. It needs if you're gonna do a live action, it needs to have the magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the original has magic. That's why I think Aladdin was pretty good because I liked Will Smith's take on Genie. Jungle Book was also good because it was like really the first one they did. That was the first like kind of live action, if not one of the first.
The one they cared about, actually.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of time and I think effort in making it look good. And I don't think that was going to become a thing. But and then Maleficent kind of was.
Maleficent was good.
I thought Maleficent, the first one was good, but
I did not like Maleficent.
The first one was good. The
first one was good.
If they made her a full-on villain and made it coming from the point of view of her, it would have been awesome. But they kind of took the coward's way out and made her like a sympathetic
Fair.
that
she was already a villain. So I mean, changing it a little bit, she was already a full-on villain. So let's change it. Maybe you see
redemption
like,
story, right?
Exactly.
Well, like give her a reason. Give her a reason to be evil. Which
so like Brandon, before you jumped on, I said because I saw Creed 3. I said Jonathan Majors did a great job and being a villain.
Don't say crap.
But being a villain, it's not. But you know what it takes to be a villain is that you understand who they are. Like you understand why they're the villain, why they think the way they think, and gives them a full body. Like why what's going on. Like you understand why Thanos is doing the things that Thanos.
I was gonna say Thanos. Yeah,
that's a great villain, and that's what you get. And so it's not about being evil. It's just about totally understanding where they come from and just making them badass for no reason. It's more scary. Like, because
if you're going to soften point, if you're going to soften Maleficent up, then why are you calling her Maleficent? Her name is literally a play on malicious.
Yeah,
if they went more of like the villainous route, still have it come from the point of view, but they made her ultimately heroic. It's like what they did with Light Yagami in the Netflix Death Note version, or even Black Adam, where they softened him up.
Yeah,
and he wasn't even like the full-on anti-hero, morally great character that The Rock was claiming he'd be. He was ultimately heroic. He just glared a lot.
Well, you don't like. I mean, he does do that glare a lot.
No, I like The Rock. I just kind of
say that, and then you give like 15 years like stupid every single time.
No, because he tried to storm DC and make it all about himself. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah,
you might want to make this a whole segment with like maybe cuts. They're both because both the shows are live action.
Yeah. No, I like The Rock, but dude, like, quit trying to take over everything. Not everything's for you to take over.
He's like, mine. I will make it
family.
Yeah, exactly. Well, his ex-wife, ex-family that I still do all my business with. Yeah. What Brandon say? It was Maleficent 2 with Jolie. Yeah.
Maleficent
2. So Martin.
I haven't bothered with it.
Yeah. He says, I don't compare them to the original story. I appreciate the value of having a different type of view, almost like alternate endings. Either you love or you don't.
You don't touch the Lion King. I will burn all the copies of the Lion King we got. What they did was a money grab for the Lion King. They wanted to
that's 100% what they did.
Star Beyonce and trying to make her part of the damn story when she wasn't not part of the story. What the hell? Let's go against the highness. Why the hell is that in the damn story? That made no damn sense. You know what?
Yeah.
Make this a segment, but we should probably go back to Peter Pan.
Yeah, let's get back to Peter Pan. We veered way off course.
Well, yeah, with live action, then I mean, it's just part of Disney's thing. Is live action now?
All part of Disney. This is no problem.
Yeah. So I mean, it was. I mean, they got a lot of. I think they have more misses with the live action than they have hits. This one though does look good because it does look dark. Cruella was. I liked Cruella. I know Drippy said you didn't like it. I liked it. It was cool, but it was the same issue Brandon said. Like you're making a villain sympathetic, and you're like, wait, you're a villain. You want to kill puppies, and then in this movie, you're like, oh, that poor crazy little girl. Like,
All I remember with Cruella is, holy crap, there were a lot of pop songs every scene transition.
Yeah.
Do a drinking game for every time there's a pop song, and have fun in the emergency room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So here's a good transition back into Peter Pan. Peter Pandering. Yeah. I mean, I know how Chill feels with recasting like race swaps.
Race swaps. That's what it is. Like, yeah.
I'm okay with the diversity. I'm okay with it.
Let me say just a quick story, just real quick about Peter Pandering. So my daughters love Little Mermaid, so they love Ariel. They go to a school predominantly white, and they people tease them because their hair is different, and they say, why are you playing with these dolls? because they're not like you, and it hurts them. My daughters are 6 and 8. They're not. It's not time to explain to them about these things. So casting these things helps them with their own identity. It's not necessarily about there's other options, but it helps them with their identity. So I have no problem with doing some of these things because as a parent, it helps. It helps them with their own identity and understanding that you could be just like this character that you love. So it's not necessarily always trying to find a character that's just for them. It's them being accepted as who they are and being able to go ahead and be, see that character and still enjoy that character for what it is. So but once again, they're 6 and 8. They're kids. So it's as you get older, the older I get with the identity of things I'm talking about, the more I kind of lean towards chill. But with the young crowd, and especially being a father, till you're in that situation, it's different. It just is.
I think you can feel both ways, and because one is like you deal with things like, oh, here, be happy with who you are, even though it's on the big screen. But then as they get older, they learn different concepts and obviously get smarter. And
the other characters, the world is open to that. The eyes are open. But right now they're just little girls and they're going off the same little stuff that little girls have always been. Why did they have to change Barbie up? Because this is all they know is Barbie. Kids don't have this broad view of the world. That's just not what it is.
Exactly.
It's just not what's happening.
And see right here, like, adults are adults. At some point you always lose like the identity of being a kid, I guess, per se. From what always has been the core of Disney is understanding the perspective of a child.
Yeah.
And through their eyes. And these next two adaptations are definitely needed for retelling for what the time period we are in from the perspective of a child. And that goes back to your story.
Yeah. But me understanding that, but I also I feel about Black Panther. Like as I got older and I started to venture off and I saw Black characters, and that's when I want, to keep that character alive and don't want to be pushed aside to just, we're just going to change this white character to a Black character. That's when, at that age,
Black characters.
I want the Black characters. But when you're a little girl and all we're talking about Disney movies and this is the stuff that they've grown up with and this is all the stuff, sometimes you need that. It's not like a race swap because a Barbie's Black. It's because now I'm getting a Barbie because we all know who Barbies are and it's accepted as being Black and I'm being accepted a little bit. And it's kind of that way. So it's different once you have to look that little girl in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way you're going to tell your daughters, like, listen, we're not going to go see Little Mermaid because she's not really Black. She's white. Like I totally get what what Chill says and stuff like that. I understand, but I think it's more advanced, I guess, advanced thinking, than an 8-9-year-old can achieve. I mean, something you can probably come back in 10 years and like, listen, remember that?
All those
how
things,
you feel about it now?
Yeah. How I feel. It's how I feel, but I started feeling that way about 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. How a 6 and 8-year-old little girl who just wanted to be part of their friends and wanted to be accepted and understanding their hair is fine. It's just those things. It's because they're commercialized. This is what my kids are American. They're little girls and they're commercialized, and you have to be able to yes, I want to give them Black dolls that are for black people, but this is what their friends are, and they're in the world. They want the Barbie. They want those things. So giving them that at their age I think it's okay. And I think it's necessary because it's now only one about the popular. This is what they want. These are the things they're looking for right now. And acceptance and of who you are, and acceptance that seeing yourself on the screen and all that stuff matters. So, and they want to know the character. So as of right now, but in general, I honestly agree with Chill. And as a father, things change for me. You know, like I understand why it's necessary for them. It's just understanding I have to balance that. You know, as what I think for me and what I know for them and what they need. So it is what it is. You know, I'm not saying one's right or wrong or not, but that's just something that I noticed now that I'm older, and you know, with these little girls that I have to parent. You know, and you got to kind of figure it out as you go along.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Got serious for a little bit. Yeah. Professor Film Fest had good points, and then Chill. I know you retracted the other one, so I won't show those. Instead of a Black Barbie, it's better to get a beauty standard separate from the Barbie IP, which is just as popular.
You're 100% right, but there's 6. That's not going It's not going to happen in kindergarten.
Yeah,
that's something you work on. You still have the popularized
like you said,
stuff.
It's being American and being consumer, you know, and being like, oh, here's the doll,
which is not great. It's not great, but it is what it is that they deal with right now. You know, you try.
But I'm seeing the movie from the meme.
Yeah,
I just decided that.
I can't wait to see the Barbie movie, but yeah, which I think they're gonna have like all the Barbie characters. So they're gonna have like the Asian Barbie, the Black Barbie. You know, I don't know if they're gonna have the one that we saw last week.
But
sorry for taking that there. I just wanted to say that one time because you know
you're good.
I'm starting to see things, you know, in both ways. Me as who I am is different than them as to who they are, and I have to accept both.
I mean, also, I think your situation changes. You know what I mean? So,
any last thoughts, though? We should probably get any last thoughts before we go.
Yeah,
because we got to get on to the next trailer.
It's got Mandalorian. Yeah, the scoliosis Barbie. I don't know if she's gonna show up in.
Yes.
I don't know if she's gonna show up in the movie.
Maybe.
You never know. All right. So we'll move on to the Haunted Mansion. Just to tie it up, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about Peter Pan. You know, I think it was a good conversation. If we've watched live, you know, I thought it was a good conversation. I always like talking about stuff like this, you know, but you know, we still got Mandalorian to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
You know, I mean, this should be like a whole one day we can probably talk about this, like just in general. You know, and probably bring Chill back on. You know, bring Zach back on because I know Zach has opinions that are different from all three of us, you know. So
you could probably make that a whole segment right there. Cut a little bit about like Disney live action movies or something.
That's three different segments. So
true.
Yeah. All right, but let's move on to our last trailer. Hopefully. So. All right, so hopefully this next one doesn't take another 45 minutes.
To the right, like.
Oh, man.
I'm like, it is good.
Yeah, it is. All right, so we are talking about the Haunted Mansion, not the Eddie Murphy one. We got a new one. Came out today. The trailer came out today. It's in theaters, July 28th. Let's watch it. Let's check it out, and then we'll talk about it a little bit.
Fellas, have you seen it?
I have not seen
it.
I have.
Have you
seen it?
I have not.
Okay, you know what?
I've watched this trailer a few times today.
They'll
it looks awesome.
I think they'll like it.
All right,
here we go.
Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Welcome home. I know this place isn't as warm as I'd hoped.
Hey, go back to the beginning. Sorry.
But I'm going to light a vanilla.
What happened?
Zoom back to the house. I don't know if you've seen the house.
The whole house?
Yeah, we saw the house.
Yeah, the house. Yeah, it's closet on the house.
I know this place.
It's a Disneyland.
Warm.
It's the Disneyland
that's
version.
The Disneyland house.
Yeah.
But I'm going to light.
I like the Disney World version better.
I know.
We're out.
This mansion is unhinged. She needs all the help she can get.
Yes, that's almost.
Pass. $2,000 was the address.
I'm going to a house without windows.
Bro, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait for this.
Guys, little help.
Especially with this guy.
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield.
This house has tricks on you. Oh my God.
Is anybody else seeing this?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
They're doing the thing.
Be careful. Death lurks around every corner.
Other more powerful entities may come through.
Not on our watch.
Well, what are you gonna do? Seriously.
They're already dead.
You're gonna be deader.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming to theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a theater one.
I didn't see that part.
This is the
Oh yeah, this is a
one
theatrical
Scarlett
release.
Johansson. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be the one Scarlett Johansson. I don't think she's starring, she was just part of it, right?
Do we know a date for that? I didn't see a date.
July 28th.
July 28th. Yeah.
Dang it, like all the good movies are coming out in summer, dang it.
Yeah.
I might have to get the discount, or it's called the subscription for all these movies. Jeez.
I already got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Brandon, I'm right there with you, man. I'm not gonna bring it up because but yeah. That Brandon's last comment was about Rosario Dawson.
Oh my!
Oh no!
Yep.
I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Yeah, we gotta keep it at least PG-13. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got you. Rosario. Yep.
My God.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing this one. Looks leaps and bounds ahead of the Eddie Murphy version, which
I loved
wasn't necessarily. The Eddie Murphy version. Though. Yeah. I think I saw it like all the way through once in the theater and kind of was like, yeah, that's enough. Didn't think it was horrible, but just wasn't as creepy as it could have been, because like Haunted Mansion's probably my favorite Disney World ride, or at least up there with like Space Mountain and that sort of thing. So this looks awesome. It looks legitimately creepy.
Yeah.
I like the director, Justin Simien, who did Dear White People and Bad Hair on Hulu, which is a pretty entertaining direct a Hulu horror movie, by the way, if no one's watched it. The cast, man, Rosario Dawson, friggin' Lakeith Stanfield, who's becoming like one of my favorite newer actors in recent years. He's a great actor. That dude's awesome. Friggin' Owen Wilson. I know Jamie Lee Curtis is playing Madame Leota. Winona Ryder, I think, is in it. Danny DeVito, we saw him in the trailer.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish, I think.
Yeah, she was in the trailer. She was at the end of it. She was the one who's like, they're already dead.
Yeah.
So yeah.
See, once again, totally different. I agree with Chill. What happened to the black guy? What happened to the black father? Why they gotta be without a father again? Why I get that trope?
Yeah.
Why did I get that trope in this one? Where's my Eddie Murphy? And tell you, if there was a black father and it was married to Rosario Dawson, it would take more than death to keep me away from her. So I'm just letting you know, it'd be like Zombie Man, and there's more.
You're gonna be like that cocaine bear. Take a lift from. I'm back.
Exactly. No, there's no way. Crazy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy. Ahsoka, let's go.
I see Tiffany Haddish. Yeah. Brandon says it looks dope. It really does.
Yeah.
Disney will never make anything new IP outside of Avatar. Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Disney won't ever make anything new in general.
If it does, it's super random.
Star Wars.
No, it's an accident. If it does something like this,
like
new,
the Incredibles. Yeah. And then Yeah. I will show that part. Why not make Tower of Terror movie instead of this?
Honestly,
I think we will.
I'm actually all for that. If I don't even know, because I remember the original. I don't know if you guys remember the original when they made that.
Yeah, on the Disney Channel with Steve Gutenberg and
that
Kirsten
was a
Dunst.
really good movie, and it still is.
I like that one.
It's just the graphics that I don't know about.
Yeah,
I like that one.
The CGI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Back when back when. Well, I haven't watched any directly to.
I just say that.
Yeah,
I haven't watched any of like the newer Disney Channel movies, or know if they're even still making them with Disney Plus now. But yeah,
some of the Disney movies,
the Disney Channel movies.
Yeah, one of the big ones that was somewhat recent is what is it called? The Descendants, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, but Tower of Terror, if this does well, they're gonna do one for all their rides now, like all their OG kind of rides. I can see it. So,
yeah.
Lakeith is in there. I love him. Yeah, he's great. He's definitely.
Hey, Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah, I did that whole series on it, dude. Lakeith is amazing.
He's an amazing actor. That dude's great.
Oh my god,
he's great in it. Yeah, he's great.
Brandon.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
for the meme.
Then be it. It's gonna be yeah. And then he goes, maybe the father saves him at the end. Probably not.
Yeah, then why would we need Lakeith in it? It doesn't make any sense. Like, why did we had to find a dude off the street? You know what? That got me. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought too. And it's like, it's weird that was the first thing. I was like, really?
They might go like half and half, and he's like one of the ghosts. He's there, but he's still dead. But he's there. Right? I mean,
hey, I'm telling you, if I was a ghost, I'll be finding any way necessary to find that elixir, like in Casper, because I'm coming back. I'm not leaving Rosario Dawson for y'all fingers, man. Look for Lakeith over there. No, bro. No, I'm not letting that happen.
What's the specific ghost on that ride? I know he has like a top hat. I forget what it's called.
The headless.
There's actually 3 of them on the ride in Walt Disney, but they already had it. They had them originally on the original ride, which is like the what the house is based off from Disneyland. In the first shot.
Yeah. This one.
See that guy right there. I think potentially him. I'm not sure. It looks like the familiar face though. Basically, like I'm from what I've heard is basically they're gonna bring those characters in as ghosts though, and really heavily base that off the ride at Disneyland, which is what is.
I mean, they got this.
Mm-hmm.
The
small details.
That's off the ride with the.
It's got nice little subtle Easter eggs towards for the ride.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, man, Haunted Mansion is my favorite.
I don't even think we have even a story really. They didn't really give
I don't even know what it's about.
They didn't really give us much. Besides that, it's going to be like creepy at least for the tone. They didn't really give us much.
Yeah, the fact that they seem to really be going for the creepy tone is you're not missing a whole lot, Brandon. But they're going for more of an appropriately creepy tone. You can't have Haunted Mansion and not have it be creepy. The Eddie Murphy version didn't really do that enough.
The Muppet version that came out last year was fun.
Funny.
That was fun.
It was funny.
That was fun.
It was cool. But this one's gonna be, I think, good. This one's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, so, like I said, the talent involved is a big sell. Like I said, I really like the director.
Hey, thanks, Mama.
Thank you, Armando. Yeah, I'm hoping he goes far. I'll support it just for him, just for Justin Simeon. Like I said, I loved Dear White People, the movie and the show. I liked if no one's seen Bad Hair on Hulu, that's a fun little hokey horror film. So I'll back anything that guy does. And like I said, the cast. And then I was waiting to see a trailer I was hoping they'd show one at Comic-Con last year, but they or not Comic-Con. What's the Disney one?
D23.
D23. Yeah, because originally this movie was supposed to come out, I think, like late last year, like last October. I think when they delayed it. Yeah, so which would have been cool. This seems to have October and Halloween season written all over it, but
I wish they delayed it till October.
Yeah, I would have been down with that.
You do the movie now, so then you can.
I'm looking at it now.
Disney, now, when you go to Disney in October, you can have that feature, the movie that everyone has already seen, featured during October. It's how to make money twice for the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then October it'll probably be Disney Plus in October. Then it'll be hit streaming services around October.
Actually, that's actually legit.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
You have it in the parks too. So if I was talking to Tank, maybe we go to Halloween. That'll probably be something that they are featuring. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know? But literally, I'm Rosario Dawson's in it. You had me at hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch whatever.
Yeah. I like it. It looks good.
I watch Iron Fist because of
it. all the Netflix, all the Netflix Marvel ones. Cool, man. Any last thoughts? Move on.
I mean, this will be fun. I can't wait to see it. I mean, it's gonna be fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what it is, but I like the tone.
Yeah, the tone is really selling me on it. So yep, I am in. I think it's probably one of my more anticipated ones this summer.
But isn't that what you want? I don't want to know what the hell things are about.
Yep, you're right.
You're
right.
When I know too much. You ruin the movie for me. Just give me a little taste. I like the tone, and then I'll watch it. And keep the tropes out, and let's just enjoy the movie for what it is.
Yep. The trailer showed. The trailer told me enough. It gave us a little couple cool shots from the movie. It doesn't really tell you a whole lot about the plot. We need to kind of break this trend of showing the whole movie in the trailer anyway. This trailer did its job. It did exactly what it needed, what I was looking for. So, and it was enough to sell me on it.
As Brandon says, understand the assignment, guys. You did.
Yeah.
It looked good. It had great actors. That's all I need to know for now. So don't ruin it.
I've already watched this trailer like 20 times today anyway. So
I'm gonna watch it again right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here replaying it right now.
Nice. All right. But with that being said, let's move on to our next topic. Before we do, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out Derpy's channel down here. I'll put the link in the description. He does sports, TV, movie, kind of hanging out, all that good stuff. So check out Derpy's channel. And I think that's it for this one. So if you're watching live, we got one more topic. If you're watching on replay, thank you. And let's move on to the next topic. All right, so let's jump right into it. try to knock this Mando
this is the way
premiere up. Yeah. So we are talking Mando season 3. Season 3, episode 1. It is the premiere. It all comes back. We got Mando, we got Grogu, we got some of the best Star Wars stuff we've got in years. Oh man. So right off the bat, what do you guys think? Start off with Derpy, and then we'll go around the horn.
Okay.
What do you think, Derpy?
Take it away, Derpy.
Honestly, my response may shock you.
I
thought it was just okay.
Okay.
Because of the tone. From
so I know you said that when I was. So I know you were in chat, but like you're like tone. I was like, what? I didn't get that. Because when you said that, I didn't watch it yet, and after watching it, I thought about it. I'm like, okay. Well, what do you mean by like you didn't like the tone?
It was too Disneyfied and very very family friendly, even though it was the aspect of the show is family friendly. It was from its previous seasons. The tone was very very lighthearted.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, there you go. You got somebody agreeing with you. First episode was boring. Okay,
and it was too short for a premiere for me.
That I agree with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. It was the shortest premiere. I think one of the shortest episodes in the series so far, too. So, okay. What about you, Brandon? Initial thoughts?
Yeah, the runtime was something that kind of that kind of detracted from the quality for me. But I did like kind of how right out the woodwork it kind of set a good potential tone for the rest of the season. It kind of hooked me in that regard. Originally, I thought the opening scene was like a flashback of some sort. Um, but yeah, I like how it kind of jumped right into it. Liked the return of a lot of kind of practical effects with like a lot of the aliens and inhabitants of these planets and stuff like that. I did like that. So the practical effects I thought were just as on point as in previous seasons.
Mm.
I liked. I thought it was pretty well directed. Rick Famuyiwa, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's directed a handful of episodes throughout the season. And he's directed a ton of stuff that I like. Like he did The Wood, he did Dope, he does The Shy. So he's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Mando regular director. So I thought, like from a technical standpoint, everything was really really great.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was decent enough. I think hoping the rest of the season episodes are a little longer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Exactly.
There's enough room. I still thought it was decent enough, but there is room to step its game up with the ensuing episodes of the season. And I hope it does.
Yeah. And then
I thought it was decent enough.
Okay. Before you go, Brian, real quick, Perp said the return of Mandalorian episode should have been the first episode to the season. That would have been a better premiere. You're talking about, I'm assuming the ones from Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And they should have just let Mando back in after they saved him. Like he saved him, he's like, he's still not part of the crew. Like,
why are you here?
Yeah, next time I live, yeah. It's like angry girlfriend. Like, I made you dinner. Still mad. Like, shut up. Saved your life. All right. What you think, Brian?
See, I'm a little bit different. I believe when you're going through a series that's going to be multiple episodes, that you can't just start with a bang. I think sometimes you need to ease us back into the story, remind us what the story is, remind us what the relationships are. I like Carl Weathers. I thought he was good in this episode. I thought that was good. Setting up a storyline. So because when you have 3 seasons, you can't just like jump right into just there's action everywhere, craziness all over the place, Darksaber everywhere. No, you have to introduce everybody just like it was at the beginning again. So I didn't mind that again, and we need to know which way he's going to go. I don't necessarily agree with with Din Djarin, like why is he going back to Mandalore? I don't necessarily agree with any of the stuff that is going on, but at least I understand where the story, and they're setting up a story to get to get us from point A to point B. I think and they do that the best out of all the shows that at Disney Plus. They set up the story and then let us know where we're going, and we understand when the story turns because of how they set things up. So that's why I'm okay with exactly what it was. My only complaint is that if you do those things, you give us 2 or 3 episodes. You don't just give us one. Episode 1 is fine, but don't just give me one. Give me 1 and 2, and so we get to some problems. Let's see some action. Let's understand. Let's see my favorite character doing my favorite things. If you do that, then this is good. We'll knock it out of the park. But I understand it's underwhelming for some people, but I didn't mind it. I just wish we had more.
Yeah. I feel like they're getting into this routine that might be a little too predictable for some people because they've done this all 3 seasons now. Here's the big problem.
I can predict the rest of the season if you want me to right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, exactly. I mean, they predicted the big problem, right? He needs to go to Mandalore to redeem himself, right? That's going to be the big problem we see towards the end. And then there's the little problems that he has to solve to get to the big. So it's like, what's today's problem? What's this episode's problem? So now he has to fix blah, 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 and then after that, now he's got to do this to go do that. So it's like, it's like almost like a video game almost. It's like, like you have to do this to go here. Then you have to find this to go there. Like you have to, like, you're unlocking the next step to get to the ultimate goal. And sometimes it's a little too predictable and very, like according to a formula, like, well, we got to go what this, and this, and I hope they don't continue that. Like, I hope the whole him redeeming himself happens fairly quick and they get onto something more interesting, more interesting.
I think he doesn't redeem himself, or
I don't think
he realized that it doesn't matter, and he realized
doesn't matter.
That Bo-Katan was right from the beginning, and he's being stupid. Because that's what he is. He's being. I'm agreeing. I'm starting to understand. Like, it's a cult.
Well, there's really a cult. They act like the Watch are not the good guys. The Watch were like the Nazi Mandos. It's like the Watch are not. Mm-hmm. If you go back to watch Clone Wars and Rebels, well, not really Rebels, but Clone Wars, like the Watch. Was it like Dark Watch or Black Watch? What is it called? And they just named themselves the Watch. Like, they weren't the good guys, man. They were the guys doing a coup and trying to overthrow the government because, like, we have to go back to all this old crazy shit. It's like they're not the good guys. And I think Din eventually is going to find that out. And then since he has a Darksaber, he's going to
rally everybody
together. I think that is what I want to see. But
that's what I think the most important thing was when he went to Bo-Katan and she told you.
Yeah,
everything. He was like, dude, she's sitting on her throne and she's like, whatever, because she realizes she can't get everyone together, and she's just sitting there like, yeah, you're being stupid. These people don't care about you.
Yeah,
they are literally a cult that's got you when you're young, and you just can't see past what's in front of your face.
Yeah,
and he's going to realize it, and that's why I say if you give me 3 episodes and all we got is him going through these steps, and then all of a sudden, episode 3, he starts to see that everything he was doing is stupid. Just the beginning of it. And that would have been, great. And then now we know the rest of the season is going to be in for a world. Like, everyone's going to be like, what the hell just happened?
Mm-hmm.
That probably would have been a better way to do it, personally.
Yeah. Like Perp said, he goes, I think it would have been more interesting a route for Mando if he just said, F it, I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm just going to be a rogue Mandalorian.
But he has to get there, though.
He has to figure out that he's like, I don't need to be part of the cult. Like, he is a Mandalorian. It's just not, he's part of the Watch at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, and him having the Darksaber, I think, is going to be important to rally the troops or rally the world. But I think he's going to get to this planet, and I think he's going to find things out. That's what I'm hoping. But I don't know, because like Ken said, like, he agrees with me. There needs to be a curveball. And I hope they set up like, hey, we've done this before, so get ready for the same for season 3. And I think once he gets to the planet, that's where the curveball is going to be, and then they're going to change it because he's already writing season 4. So I think he doesn't need to play that game.
But now with Grogu, and now we know Din is looking at Grogu as his son. That's like a connection, right? So he's going to see what they did to him and realize how terrible it is to do to a kid, and look at at Grogu and say, what if they did it to you? How is this really a cult? That's what's going to open his eyes. He has a connection to something else, and that's going to open his eyes to what they really did. And that's what's going to happen. And then we're going to get the real show. Now, what's happening now? But we have to get there. But instead of us getting there, give us all those episodes now.
They should give us 2. I'll give them. They should give us 2. I like the weekly. I like the weekly. Release. But I think they should have gave us 2 this week. Like,
give me 3.
I agree.
They should have reminded us. This episode reminded us of all the characters and the relationships. But then the next episode is going to start the story. That should have been all in one day. But I don't know. I don't know any parts that you guys liked a lot or thought were pretty interesting. You got anything, Derpy?
Well, me, I'm gonna say Bo-Katan. I'm telling you, I love the way she did it. She was just like, "You're stupid," and I agree with her so wholeheartedly. And even the armorer, I hated her. Like, why are you? You just saved her life. There's no reason, like, for her to still be an asshole to you. Like, this is the way. Okay, whatever. Like, how about this? The way I'm gonna let you all die instead of saving your life. Like, what you gonna do now?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, he's done so much for his little cult, and then he f's up one time, and they're like, "Oh no!" So they're like, "All right, can I get all that Beskar back?"
Yeah, exactly.
Jackass. But yeah, what about you, Brandon? Any parts that you liked?
The opening scene, the opening sequence, I thought was great. The scene with the pirates and with the Mando and Carl Weathers' character, I thought was pretty fun. And I think those were my two standout scenes.
What about the robot? Did you like the robot? Him trying to bring the robot with him, like, or did you just think, dude, you've had so many other people that you could have been looking for?
No, I'm curious to see where they go with that. I'm curious to see where they go with that. Like, on surface level, I was kind of indifferent to it, but I did watch the episode more than once. But upon like second watch, I was like, I'm kind of interested to see where they go with that moving forward. Obviously, they're setting the stage for something with that.
Yeah,
I think he's going to get the stuff for the robot and then realize that his journey is stupid, and then he's going to use the robot for something else. And but then what was the point of giving us this whole episode with focusing on him? I think the pirates are going to be really interesting because they're going to be now following him throughout the galaxy.
Yeah, that's another like part of the mission. Like now you got to do these missions, but now you got somebody chasing you the whole time. So it's so much. It's just like it goes by the formula, and I hope they stop that early into the season. But the pirates look good. I thought that besides Swamp Thing, I thought the rest of the pirates looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Pirate Swamp Thing was a little much. But I mean, I'll probably get used to him too. But the guy with just like the makeup and mask and stuff, like I'm assuming it was a mask. It looked practical. It didn't look CGI. I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, that was good. I mean, I like Carl Weathers. What's it? I don't even remember what his name is. Like he's like, his character. I'm having a brain fart. Like he's like, I'm a good guy now, but I'll still kick your ass if you tested me, man. So
it's a Grief Karga. How the hell would you remember that?
I don't know. Derpy, you still there? All right, he might have walked away for a second. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other good parts. The one thing what you guys think about the space whales?
That was cool.
Yeah,
it's a cool shot.
It was fun.
It was a cool shot. They looked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't bother me, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, they're getting ready.
I was like, oh, that's.
Yeah, go. What did you say?
I was like, oh, it was a pretty cool shot. That's really all I thought of it. I didn't really think a whole lot of it.
No, I did a lot because I'm like they are prepping us for the Ahsoka show and for her journey and for Ezra Bridger. They because that's how Rebels ended. Him and the space whales went to light speed. And that was it. So we're getting the space whales again. So it was kind of cool because it's like also Grogu saw them. And he's so in tune with the Force and stuff like that. And it's interesting. I mean, what if like we get a scene where it's the other side with the space whales, but Ezra is in there and he's looking at the ship. Like because the two Force people have a little connection. They're like, hey, are you in there? Like, hey, I'm over here too.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know.
I like that.
I don't know. But it is 100% setting us up for
Ahsoka. I think that's all this was about, really.
What's that?
Giving us setup for Ahsoka. I think we're going to see a lot of things, a lot of little details that this is going to go with this. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, he came out. Favreau came out and said that it's all going to be connected. We're getting Skeleton Crew sometime soon. and that's going to be in the same time frame. So I wouldn't be surprised if that wouldn't be connected. Also, can you imagine Rosario Dawson, Pedro Pascal, and Jude Law, and Jude Law all in a scene together? Like like this Disney flaunting their money. They're like, we're paying everybody except for a CGI guy.
Except for CGI people.
Except for CGI. Yeah.
I mean, I thought this was good. I mean, I think it was a good start for me, but I wanted more. I think that was a mistake. It's a misstep. They should have given us a little bit more. But maybe they're trying to not give us too much, and they're finishing the Bad Batch. And watch some more Bad Batch. What do you whistle for that? And no one's doing that.
Yeah.
All 4 people that watched that episode.
Yeah, you watch Mandalorian 4 times and then you turn on Bad Batch by accident.
It's like, who put Bad Batch on here? Crazy.
Where's the remote?
Exactly.
Yeah. Derpy, when you come back on, let us know. And what Perp said, what if for the opening scene is if you saw the creature being lifted into the air and then it comes crashing down, you see Mando stab the creature in superhero pose with Grogu on his shoulder. I'm assuming like with the Darksaber.
Darksaber is the only way you can do that. Yeah.
Well, doing the whole pose, with the saber facing the air kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're gonna get it right now because we haven't seen the Darksaber again. So I think it's gonna be. Yeah, it's saving it.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it was a cool opening scene. At first, I thought it was a flashback for a second. I'm like, oh, is that little boy Din? Like when he first takes the oath, and then I probably would not have made sense because all the other people were there currently that he's been with. So, but
I was like, man, she's been in that mask for a long time.
Yeah, I was curious to see where they were going with that. Like, my initial instinct was to think that it was a flashback.
Yeah. Oh, we got Babu Freak, the best thing. I'm so excited. That was the best thing. It's like we're gonna take one of the cutest things from the sequels, and we're gonna take our cutest thing, and we're just gonna have them hug it out. It was like that was my. Right. And then he's talking to I don't know if it's Babu, but he's talking to the Babu Freak thing, and he's like, I don't understand it. And Carl Weathers is sticking his head out. He goes, he said this, and it's like, it's like bad English, He's like, I get it. I know what he said. Well, I thought that scene was cute. But one thing Derpy said is it was very family friendly, which this episode was definitely very
I'm hoping that it gets a little bit darker. That it gets a little bit more serious.
Yeah. Well,
that's what we need, though. We need some more. I mean, this is a show that's same as Star Wars. I mean, it's hard having, can you have a filler first episode? But it's real, and you know what it's doing. It's setting up. Setting up everything. But if you're doing that, if you're gonna have a setup one, then give us another one that's gonna give us the start of the journey. That's all.
Yeah. Or just a longer episode. Give us a longer episode or give us 2 episodes. One or the other. Brandon Davis said, at this point, it's just too many iterations of Star Wars for me. I love Star Wars, but I just can't keep up with them. There's some that you should and some that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Someone should make a guide.
Yeah. This is good.
It's a big
Star Wars.
It's a big universe.
It's not.
Yeah. And they're already talking also Jon Favreau came out recently and said that Grogu was with Luke for 2 years. So,
oh wow, no one knew that. Really?
Yeah. Can you say that somewhere in the show? Please, because 2 years is a long time. I mean, that's longer than Luke had with Yoda.
But Luke only had a couple of months with Yoda.
I think he had a year and a half or so, after his hand got chopped off. It was like a year to a year and a half after that, before he died or Yoda died. Spoiler, I guess. But
he died.
What? Yeah. But yeah, so I'm like, that's a long time to learn under somebody.
Training with Yoda.
I think in Empire. Yeah, in Empire, he was only with him for a little bit, but then in Return, in that whole beginning part, yeah. But I don't know. Any bad things? Anything you didn't like, Brandon?
I wouldn't say there was anything at this point that I necessarily disliked. I do understand, some of the complaints about it at this point, but you guys know me, especially with the way seasons open. I'm pretty. It's a point of personal pride that I'm pretty patient. So
say it, Brandon, just for one time for us. Say slow burn one time.
I can't really say that when it comes to the Mandalorian because it's always hooked me. As opposed to Andor, but that's a complete. I could go on about that for hours if I wanted to. But no, I thought it really hit the ground running. And we're versed enough with the Mandalorian that we know what that we kind of know what to expect. I think they've always kind of done good, kind of grabbing our attention from the get go with each with each season opener. So
yeah,
I think I gotta I do see what people were saying with it being like a little more family friendly in comparison to other like season openers, but I was fine with it overall. Yeah. It's not my favorite episode. I thought it was really well directed. I just when it ended, I'm like, it did its job.
Yeah, it's set up. It's set up like what he's gonna do going forward. In the next couple episodes, he's got to find the chip. Then he's got to bring back that, and then once he does that, then he can do this. And it's kind of, I just hope that formula doesn't last. However many episodes we get, I don't know, 10.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Bad Batch is Star Wars. Yes. They haven't really said how it ties it. I mean, it is, but it's not part of the main canon. At least not yet. Not yet.
It might bring.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I guess Mandalorian isn't part of the. Well, I guess it is part of the main canon because it has Luke in it. So, but yeah, I don't know. It was a good episode. I know Derpy wanted to talk about it, and I don't know what happened. We spent too much time. When anyone entered the screen from the bottom. The which one?
When you didn't see it, when you saw the
we're having a brain fart.
The ship when it came from the bottom, like let me see if I can pull it up, bring it to you.
Whose ship? The Mando ship?
Yeah.
I'm just going from the bottom. Oh, during the fight in the asteroids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's another thing. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with his ship. It's cool, but it's a hot rod where I'm like, you had an RV where you lived in.
Yeah.
You lived in it, and now you have a seat. That's it. You have a seat, and then you have a little spot for Grogu in the back, I mean, that was super damn cute.
Mm-hmm.
Where Grogu comes and goes under his arm and stuff like that.
That was great.
Had a lot of cuteness, but I think it's also part of the relationship, though, right? I mean, he's it's not cargo. It's like you're a loved one. You're like my son.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
His son.
Yeah.
It's him being Ellie.
Ellie. Yeah, Ellie. I mean Yoda. I mean Grogu.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Here I got mine right here. Oh, he's gray because of my green screen. What is my Bop It version? But yeah, I don't know. It was a good enough episode to set it up for the beginning. I just wish I got more. I think that's the one thing I hear a lot is I hear people saying it was boring. I don't know if it was boring, but I don't know. It wasn't bad. I'm still excited for what's coming up.
Oh yeah, of course. Same.
Yeah, like I want to see once he goes to Mando.
I need to see when he sees it's the Mandalore. It's going to be very fun. I want him to have this character arc, but I want to get this first part done quickly so we can get off the same stuff, the same storyline. I want us stop. All right, I'm gonna do this part, and then someone's gonna say, "Go get this," and I'm gonna go get this, and they're gonna say, "Go get that," and I'm gonna go get that, and they're gonna tell me, "Go get this." Like, and then we gotta go back all the people, and then we get to there, and then realize it was unnecessary to do it in the first place. That's just not. It's an imperfect way to do these stories over and over again. I don't want that.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. He needs to get the chip, right? So now, in order to get the chip, he's got to go somewhere, and they're like, "Well, you want the chip, so you have to go do this thing for me." And then at the end of the episode, it was like, "Well, we don't have the chip, but we can tell you where it's at." And then it goes, and then the same thing, and how many episodes is he gonna take to find whatever chip? You know what I mean? Like, that might be frustrating after a while.
So like, it's funny because I was looking something about the N1 before. And so the N1s basically makes you feel like Mando is more like Luke Skywalker. See, if he was in the big ship that he was in before, that's more like what, like Chewie and Han Solo.
Yeah, and the Falcon.
Yeah, and the Millennium Falcon. But the N1 gives you more of that Luke Skywalker feel. So,
in the X-wing, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
The N1
but also like
X-wing.
Luke had a home. He can go somewhere and be around friends and family, or he didn't know at the time family, but you know what I mean. But like he can go somewhere and be safe and comfortable and chill. You know what I mean? Like right now, we're Mando. I mean, he's got the place back on.
He has a place anywhere he wants to go to. He just chooses not to right now.
Yeah,
and all of them are asking to be this. Be this. Be this. Be this. And he's choosing not to and being stupid. And that's what we're gonna get to. Realize how stupid he's being.
Yeah. But I trust Jon Favreau. He's a good storyteller. So, and if he's already writing season 4, so he already knows where things are going. You know what I mean? So, and him and Filoni's doing Ahsoka. I mean, Filoni's still part of Mando as well. So I think everything's gonna tie in pretty well. It just wish it was quicker. I don't know. Maybe that's just us being impatient fans.
It's all about us being impatient. That's all this is.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything else, guys? I know it was a little bit shorter, but
it was
not much happened.
40-minute episode. So 25-minute review. That's it.
Yeah. Anything else, Brandon?
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I just hope the tone is better than this previous episode.
Yeah. So
because it was very Disney-fied, I'll say that.
It was, but also I get it. I get why it was. Because you have to change the relationship to assassin and cargo to father and son. So I just Grogu spinning on the chair I thought was adorable. Him grabbing the candy, like he's like a kid with a toy. He's like, oh, I can do this thing. Look, candy. And then like he just loves Babu Freak. He's like, what's to hug him? I was like, this is awesome.
He's a new toy. Look at it. Like,
so but it was a little more safer. I mean, minus the part of killing the pirates, but yeah, I think we'll
get 8 episodes in this one, huh?
Wow, that kind of sucks. So 2 months worth of stuff.
Yep. So we'll be done by April 19th.
Okay. So I can see why maybe they didn't want to do 2 episodes
because they only have so much.
They only got 8.
If you got to do that, then you got to give them more filler.
Yeah. They could have made this one a little bit longer, 15 more minutes longer. So anything else, Derpy? I think you were away for a little while. Anything else before we call it?
No, I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be our normal Thursday show. We're gonna do Bel-Air. If you want to stick around for that, and then we also are gonna do Mando for the next probably 2 months for both shows, really. So But I think that's it for this one. Thanks everyone in chat. I know we had Perp and Brandon and Chill and Profess, the film fan. So, kick in. Yeah, thank you. For hanging out. I know it was a little later than we usually go. Because usually by now we're BSing.
Yeah.
But we did that. We did the BS a little earlier than normal. But
are you looking at me when you say that?
make Brian the big screen. But that's the fun of doing it live and stuff like that. Yeah. But cool. If you're watching our replay, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let us know what you thought about Mando season 1. Did you not like it? Did you think it was boring like Ken? Did you think it was too family friendly like Derpy? Or are you somewhere in between? But leave a comment, let us know. If you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna finish things up. All right, guys. Anything else? Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. That's
chills out. Yep. Yep. I'm not even gonna edit this right now. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, it's a lot right now.
Oh man, we went on some tangents, but
it's 1 a.m.
Sure did.
It's 1 a.m. for you. Oh yeah.
I want to get this King Spawn. I'm gonna read that. Then read my gargoyles, and then I'm going to bed. Well, I can't go to bed. It's my wife's birthday. Damn it! Happy birthday, wife.
All right, you got 2 minutes to go up there and say happy birthday. So let's get out of here. Derpy, appreciate it. We'll bring you on some more with some of the other ones. I know Guardians. I know you said you wanted to check that one out. We might do a panel for the Guardians one too.
Yeah, I want to do Guardians in the Mario movie.
Yeah. We'll probably do a couple panels and bring some other people in and stuff like that. So those are always fun. But cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everybody. Thanks, Derp. We're calling it a night. We will see you Monday talking about Creed and Last of Us. So,
Creed, yes.
Yeah, I got to see Creed too. So I might be.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, go see it. Go see it.
Yeah, top notch. There you go. All right, guys. Later.
See ya.
All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.